I forgot to unmute. Shock horror. Fuck, that hair's going mad today. Hello, and welcome to Deadwinter Murder Mystery. Fuck, I just noticed something. This is doing this. Oh, God, I had such a good intro with the other video. You can see on the other video that I posted. It's great. Anyway, that's all working. That's all cool. We'll get straight into it. Don't want to keep people waiting. They've only got a limited time. Alright then, let's go into Discord. Aha, hello people. I was quick, wasn't I?
Hello.
Yeah. Muhahaha.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Rita, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, yes. Ah, okay then. How are you all feeling?
Tired.
Good.
We've barely
It's gonna
started.
be a murder.
I mean, it makes sense that your characters would be tired, Rita. Definitely. Because it is the morning of Deadwinter's Eve, which is essentially the D&D world's sort of Christmas / New Year. You would be up cooking. Vanir would be the one who would be who would have made you some meats and sort of breads to have in the morning, a celebration. And Daisy even came as well and did some cooking.
Yeah.
Joined in. But some of you might be tired. There was, during the night, some of the more religious avowed who live in Candlekeep like to sort of chant prophecies from the founder of Candlekeep. It would have gone on for a while and you would have heard it distantly. I would say, who would be trying to listen out for the words? So Daisy, yes?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
No.
No, you're just
Sorry.
like, I don't care, I'm going to put a pillow over my ears, yeah?
Pretty much.
Okay. Same with Syndra and Felicity?
Yeah, she'd be hard napping.
Okay. And Syndra?
Sleeping.
Alright, so roll a perception check, Daisy. As you sort of enjoy the background noise and stuff, and you kind of want to get an idea of what they're saying. You're quite good, but yeah, it was quite muffled at parts. Some bits which they probably were less confident with were probably a bit quieter, so it was a bit hard to hear for a few walks. But you would have heard, during the dead winter of our discontent, da shall be bent by love, by pride, while the repent, late relent, another's ambition feeds the heart of the keeper, of warnings we shall not heed. And that's what you would have heard.
Okay, bear with me. Deadwinter discontent, by love, by pride, repent, relent, another's ambitions feed, the heart of what?
The keeper.
Keeper? And finish whatever you said.
Of warnings we shall not heed.
Yep.
You can roll a history check to see if it triggers in your head any of the prophecies. Have you read over them at all?
Yep.
Okay. You would know that that was the 99th prophecy spoken by Orlando the Seer. And it's known as the Deadwinter prophecy. It's apparently a thing they've sung every year around this time for hundreds and hundreds of years.
What is the prophecy? see. Am I aware what it's about, or
Um,
the gist of it? Let's put it.
the gist of it, yeah. It's a thing. It's just some people are dodgy.
Uh,
They fight amongst themselves, and while they suffer, warnings won't be heard. It's a little fun thing. Some of these prophecies have come true. Some of them haven't. Some of them come true in different ways. Okay. You've obviously been thinking about that over the night, as the rest of you were just eating and resting. The only ones left, others have gone off on their Deadwinter holidays, and you have all stayed behind at your jobs, living here. Maybe you are going to do something soon. But before you get a chance, Mayastan rushes in and says, "Oh, hello. You're all needed."
Oh, Perry, sorry. Before we get started properly, can I roll my portent dice?
What's that?
Can I roll my portent dice?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. It's a 7 and an 8. Cool. Thanks.
7 and an 8. Okay, keep that in mind. So yeah, she's just like, okay, the readers would like to speak to you all. It's urgent. I can take you there.
what are those next one?
Something happened. It's quite important. It's best if they tell you.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. And she will drag you guys over. And I will take you over to the scene.
While you're taking us, what is the Deadwinter's holiday origin? As in, is it a religious? Because you said it's Christmas or New Year.
It's basically, it's the change of the year. That's it basically, and it's very cold around then. My brain is completely gone. Where are you? There you are.
But is it rather a religious holiday or like a pagan one in terms of...
Pagan.
Pagan, okay.
Just loading up the next one. I pressed the wrong button. Haha. Oh no. Okay, cool. It took a bit. I love how I pressed view the scene and it decided to shit the bed. When what I wanted to do was activate. There we go.
The hell is this? What on earth? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, for some reason it loads you there. Okay. I will just move down over here. So as you're walking closer to the door, you would overhear quite a bit of talking. First from a man saying, "We must have a vote and restore leadership to Candlekeep." Followed by a squeakier voiced woman. "First, we must determine if Janusi named a successor." Another voice follows of a sort of elderly sounding woman. "First, we must find the murderer." Another voice comes. "Where is the gate warden with his report?" And then another, more raspy voice says, "The gate warden needs to be dismissed with immediate effect. This happened on his watch." Another raspy voice, but more feminine sounding, says, "Let's be calm ourselves." When finally, a man's voice says, Why isn't Sylvia here? And then he looks over to your lot as you come through the door. Why is Hero Patrol here?
I am Hero Patrol.
Coming from that man there. Oh, come here, you. The green dragonborn in the middle says, "Ah, the expedition team. Come, sit. There has been grave news.
Oh no, but dude,
You cut out a bit there.
what's wrong? Please tell us your story.
The Keeper of the Tomes, Janusi, I'm sure you know. He was found murdered this morning.
Who was?
Janusi, the Keeper of the Tomes. He had been brutally attacked.
Sorry, is it tomes or tomb?
Tomes.
Tomes, like books. Cool.
Yeah.
Felicity's devastated.
I can see
That
he looks
keeper
sad.
of books.
Then the man Talise. Around here. Oh, you gonna fireball everyone?
Oh, what have I clicked?
I'll get rid of it, don't worry. Oh, Liv did it.
Okay, I was gonna say I was writing notes.
Yeah, click on, go to the top
I was
left.
trying to see how I can move my.
Oh, if you go to
view.
top left, you click on the people token, not the movement thing, and then just like you can drag with like the mouse and stuff and move left and right.
I can drag myself, but I can't move the map.
Oh yeah, I don't think you should be with like if you hold down the right mouse button, drag yourself. That's how you can sort of see the map.
Oh, there we go. Yep, got it.
No
Thank you.
worries, no worries. But yeah, the man sitting next to William just says, "This is ridiculous. This isn't what they were supposed to be here for. I doubt they'd be able to do such a job."
Do you doubt us, dude?
What
Yes.
happened? How did the person die? Janusi.
Bogus.
Eli would just turn to you, Daisy, and just nod. Awfully. Before Bookworm jumps up and says, "We don't know exactly. We just found his bloodied body. We was hoping that you would be able to investigate. We will procure the Shrine of Denier and one of the trainees to help you with your investigation.
Where is the body now?
The body should still be in his quarters. The case is quite close to all of us, and we knew that you were not anywhere near, you hadn't got through. So we thought you might be better than anyone who's a bit more attached to the case."
May I just ask before we go inspect the body? I believe that the where am I? The Keeper of Tomes normally chooses their replacement if they retire. I assume that was not the case.
No. Right now, seeing as I am technically second in command, I am taking charge, but we will be having a vote once times are a bit calmer, and we know it wasn't one of us who did the deed.
How do you know it wasn't one of you? Were you all together all the time?
Daryl just starts laughing and just goes, "I can't believe this. I bet there's a bunch of people here. I bet we're with the murderer right now."
Can I insight check the group
Yeah, just roll general insight.
and see, does anyone seem particularly guilty of murder?
You're just looking around, and it's a bit overwhelming looking so many faces. Not just faces, but people you definitely look up to. These are the highest valued individuals in all of Candlekeep, and you're getting to sit with them and chat with them like an equal.
I want to ask them who's been in the room with the dead body.
The great reader alive will just say, well, I found the body this morning.
Which one?
And then I flooded the kitchen.
Okay, thank you.
This man who's next to you.
Alive.
So he's the only one who says he's been in the room with the dead body.
And Bookworm will then respond and say, and then when everything was being talked about, we had Tadric and myself went in, and his maid and his cat has been in there. But we've tried to keep people out ever since.
I'm just going to lean down and whisper in Binky's ear that I want her to wander round and identify the scent of all the different people.
Okay.
One more thing. Please don't take it as an offense, but who benefits from Mr. Janusi's death?
And then, Daryl will just say, all of us. Before the woman across goes, be quiet. This is not a laughing matter. And then the door barges open, and you see a man walk through. Some of you would have met him before. The head gate warden, Callan Strongbranch. Callan, reporting. I've done a brief analysis of the murder scene, and just before he says anything else, Bookworm just cuts him off and says, that is enough, Callan. We know that there was bad blood between you and Janusi. We do not know if there's any impartiality, so we do request that the expeditionary team will be handling it for now. And you look at him and his face is heavy. Are you serious? Do any of you have any experience with law enforcement?
I
Gonna
just
raise her hand.
I raise my hand.
Do tell.
I have read a book.
He just flashes you such a look.
Okay.
And Bill?
I find that they're most slow.
Okay.
I come close to Callan and I say, Sir Callan, if I may, I would like to hear what you have to say. We've dealt with you before and you've investigated some of the troubles we've had in the past. So, from my perspective, you're a trusty advisor, if nothing else.
With Chen, yes?
Yes.
Well, I did a brief analysis of the thing, and I don't think it was entirely a physical assault. And at that time, Bookworm will just say, I'm sorry, but I cannot have you influencing the investigators.
I want to
Especially-
detect thoughts
on who?
on. I want to say bookworm, but I don't think it is bookworm.
It is
Yes.
Bookworm, yeah.
I want to. First of all, nice. Yes, I'd like to detect thoughts on bookworm, just as talking.
Okay, so just surface level thoughts, yeah?
Yeah, just as talking. Just yeah.
Okay, so she says to him, she says, in any case, you are dismissed, Callan. We can talk about this another time, but there are more pressing matters. And as you would hear, doddering old fool, Janusi was right to want to fire him.
Okay. And I'm essentially gonna it says as an action I can read deeper thoughts. but how does one use an action out of combat, essentially?
It's
that's what I
essentially,
want.
yeah, it's like that thing doesn't really matter as much. It just sort of associates that it would be like a bit, rather than an instant thing, it'd be 6 seconds. I think the thing with detect thoughts is if you go deeper, then there's a saving throw, then they can know. So it's up to you really. How do you think the leader of Candlekeep would respond to that?
Oh, well, Felicity's just a bit excited. There's a murder investigation. It's like a book. She is gonna, dig deeper.
Okay, click that item so I can roll.
Bum, 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 bum. First level. Nope. Second level. I know my spells.
Yeah. Okay. Private.
Oh, sorry. By the way, I'm giving them a 7 for this.
Okay.
So 7 plus whatever they've got.
All right then. So.
And they have to be A. That's not updated. They have to be A.
14.
Yep, they have to be a 14.
Okay, let me just check. There's just going through what you'd be able to get from it. She's very worried. She's controlling herself quite well in this situation, and is trying to be professional. But you would say if she wasn't hiding it so well, she's essentially mentally shaking. So she's not in a great state right now. She's worried about the other Dragonborn quite a lot right now. And you can tell there's a familial sort of aspect to them. They are definitely family. She is worried to death for the younger one. She's very worried in this situation, and yes. And there's also a heavy thing which is delving on, where you can get snippets of a conversation that she had with Janusi about Callan's Strong Branch, that he had not been doing his work up to the right par for a while now, that he's been too obsessed with trying to contact an eldritch being, and he's sort of losing his mind, and that he wanted to fire him. That is the information you get.
Hey, okay, thanks. She's just going to sit there and smile.
By the way, I'll just jump in and say, you are blasting through this. They were just arguing with people yesterday's game at this point. Okay, Callan's Strong Branch storms out, and he looks over to you, Daisy, and just goes, I wish you the best of luck then. Find me if you need me. And he walks out.
Shall we go check the body then?
Well, first, I shall guide you to the Shrine of Denir, which he will be using as a base. That's where you'll find your companion who will be able to help you out, and also the monodrome that will be helping you out. Feel free to get comfortable there before starting the investigation. Is that okay to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just grab all you guys in. Okay, do I have everyone there? Should do. Awesome. And then we go to the Shrine of Denir.
Sorry, is the other Dragonborn Ulcrest?
Yes.
Thanks. And that's the one that Bookworm's worried about and seems to have a family link to.
Yes.
Okay, alright, thanks.
Okay, activating this. Do. should all be slowly loading in as you walk into this library, dedicated to one of the gods that are worshipped in Candlekeep. And if I remember right, because I do mix them up, Olgrim is the god of knowledge, is one of the gods. There's also Dinir, the god of writing. And this is Dinir's shrine, full of books. Anyone else still loading it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see now. Are you still loading in, Amber?
Yeah.
Refresh maybe?
Yeah. It's fine. Our not theory of mind, that's...
Theatre of the mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two very different things. Our theatre of mind it.
Yeah. Okay then, so you walk into a very elaborate, very shiny shrine with lamps. Obviously, no fire in Candlekeep except for the 1.5 or small ones the size of candles. They are full of fireflies, very much like the firefly cellar that you all live in. You walk in and you would see two figures. You would see a strange, round, robotic creature with a giant eye in the middle, and then a young sort of man. He rushes over and says, Hey, I'm supposed to help guide you around. I've been around the bigger library bit quite a lot. I know locations, and I'm supposed to be able to grab people for you for interviews to bring here. Welcome.
Hi.
Oh, excellent, my dude. What is your name?
My name is Fembris. It's nice to meet you. Your name?
Hi, Pembroke. Oh, you may call me Bill.
Hey, Bill. Alright. But yeah, this is
Why don't you lead the way, my dude, to the party?
Yes, I will. So I'll be able to help you. The monodrone over there will be able to help you as well, if you need it. And it will just raise its arm and go, Hello. I am here to restore order.
Fascinating.
Righteous, my dude.
Roll a Arcana check against it if you want to know anything more. Go for it.
Natural 1 becomes 12, and now that's 21.
Halflings, am I right, Olivia?
Yep.
Okay then. A monodrone, it's a sort of... Let's just see. Not halfling here though, are you?
No.
But a monodrone is a being from the plane of law. It is one of the lesser, smaller beings, sort of a servant type guard creature. They can be found across the multiverse. Normally a bunch of them will get lost during the Great Modon March. And they end up in places like Candlekeep, providing order, cleaning up the place, providing some sort of maintenance and security.
Can they be hacked in?
Sentient.
Not really, no. The hacking you wouldn't have a concept of. Like, they could be, yeah.
Sorry, Perry, is it sentient?
It is sentient, yes. It's just very, very... I would say hive-mindy, but it's like... It might as well be hive-mindy with how much it adheres to order. It will follow
adheres
the
to order.
hierarchy. Yeah.
Follows hierarchy, adheres to order. Okay, so there's an equivalent to the law of robotics. Got it.
Exactly.
Yummy. Alright.
It will only harm you if you're in the way of its job. And it will more likely just like walk over you. Okay then. Fembris will say. So we'll do any interviews we need to do here, but I need to take you to the poor man's chambers now, yeah?
Yes, please.
I
Alright.
do think that is the best course of action.
I'm going to say let Binky go in first before any of us.
It might happen, yeah. We'll have to see what Tadric says. Alright.
We're in charge of this investigation, not Tadric.
He just looks at you. If a bit panicked at the idea of clashing with Tadric. But we'll get to that when we get to that. As we then move over to very different music.
I do not own Elder.
Alright. I'll just move you guys back a bit. As you come in, you'll see quite an adorned, very nice looking hallway. The door open on the first door to the left. Fembra stands back and just says, I'll be here. Just trying not to look at Tadric. And Tadric is guarding the door to where you need to go, side-eyeing the bunch of you.
I'm going to take Binky over.
Hello, Syndra.
Tadric.
I heard the expeditionary team has been given powers. I was a bit worried it might be some of the more chaotic ones. Looks over at Bill.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of surprise, dude.
Depends on the surprise. But anyway, I'm assuming you want to go in and investigate, yes?
Yes, please.
I'm going to send Binky in alone first, Tadric, if you could open the door for her.
Yes, I will be keeping the door open though, and I will be going inside. I have to make sure
Just
nothing
before we go in,
goes
may
wrong.
I ask the Tedric, does the body display any visual injuries?
Just looks at you, sort of like open, sort of blank stare for a moment.
I'm thinking toxins, mostly. Like if we come in and it's dangerous to be in the room, that's where I'm coming from.
Oh, some people have been in. No one seems to have been dying yet. There's a lot of blood. So,
Alright then.
There's your physical injuries, my little dude.
I'm going to tell Tadric to stay outside.
Tadric said, I will be in the room as long as someone's in there.
Then remind Tadric that we're the ones actually in charge.
And she's...
I prefer him to stay outside.
And she says, make me. I'm here to watch over, to see there
Do
are
you
no
have suggestion? No, no.
You can try.
No, I'm not. No, those spell slots are precious. I would like to talk to him though.
What would you like to say?
Do you have magic?
Yes.
Interesting. Thank you. That's the end of my investigation. She's just going to walk into the room.
Very strong.
I want Binky to go round and smell everything before any of us go in there and
Yeah.
confuse scents. So Binky is basically going to wander around the room, identifying scent, sniff the body, but will stay out of blood as much as possible,
As Binky,
etc.
so click on Binky, roll a investigation at advantage.
Is she the one who fought Throm?
What's that? Yeah, she's the one who beat the shit out of From, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mostly because From was trying to fight her.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Binky would get quite a few scents in this room, a lot of them focusing on the two chairs in front of the desk. Clearly there's the smell. It's a very confusing thing, because Binky would be picking up every single one of them.
But we'll be able to tell whether they're fresh or not.
But it would also... No, because these seem quite... Yeah, there's been quite a lot of people moving through this, especially even before this happened. Though there is one smell which is far more present than everything else. But Binky would make it very clear to you, being an intelligent blink dog, that it wasn't someone who you've met yet. It wasn't someone who was in the room with the readers who were present.
Or Tadric.
No, yeah, Tadric, he sniffs Tadric, and it's like, yeah, Tadric's been around this room, but not as much as the others.
So I'll pass all this information on to everybody else.
I'm gonna now do my equivalent of sniffing around the room, which is now just walking around with my wand of detect magic.
Okay. You walk around with your wand of detect magic, and you would find...
So what I'm essentially gonna do, because it's up for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm essentially just gonna, like, everywhere, like in the room, in the hallway, if I can get into that little, like, room that's over here, like just walk around, having a look, but with the detect magic going.
Okay, so the old lady, the old gnomish lady, would look at you quite confused as you're going in and say hi. I'm assuming you're going to say hi as well. There would also be a cat who just looks at you.
Hello. Can I try to pet the cat?
Animal handling,
Sorry.
please.
First, I'd like to say to the lady, can I pet your cat, please?
And she just says, it's not my cat. It's poor Janusi's, but yeah, sure. Either go for animal handling or dexterity. Just a regular dexterity check or animal handling.
Okay, I think both are a bit shocking. Wait, what? Oh, my animal handling's +6.
Oh, good. Let's just...
Well...
You give a bit of a cuddle. It doesn't seem to be enjoying it. It sort of moves away from you. But you got to pet a cat.
She's just gonna, like, look it dead in the face, be like, you're fantastic, and then keep on with her investigation.
Yeah. Okay, you keep checking the room, so that room doesn't really have any sort of levels of magic that you can notice. The other hallway, there's bits of magic coming from some of the lights fixtures.
Okay.
And then when you come into this room, there is a lot of magic coming from here, the safe. There is magic coming from this chair over here, where there's obviously damage from a hole. A blast came out through here.
Blast?
And there's a bit of magic, if I'm getting it right, coming from Janusi.
Okay, so detect magic. There's some magic from the safe. There's some magic from a chair with a hole in it.
It's very faint magic, so I would say it's faint evocation magic.
Faint evocation.
Hit the chair, but it wasn't flames.
No, so...
I would say roll an Arcana check, by the way, because this is something you would know.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it literally is. If you roll a 10, you know. If you don't roll a 10, then you're too focused on the cat cuddles. Okay, that was definitely magic missiles that hit that chair.
Yeah, magic missiles. So is that what the sense that I'm getting from, like, all the magic? So
there's a level of that magic, but most of the magic is coming from the safe over in this corner, and there's some magic coming from the body. While you're doing that, so I'm going to be switching. So, Syndra, what are you doing?
Two things. One, I'm sending Binky out to the hallway to see if they can find the scent trail of the peculiar scent.
Okay, so they're going to head off, yeah?
Yeah, and try and pick up a trail from that one peculiar scent.
Okay, okay.
I'm going to do a visual investigation of the body,
so
just to see what stands out.
You have two choices, and they will be very different. Give you different information. Medicine or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay then. Roll the investigation check. And then I'll move on to what you want to do, Bill, and what you want to do, Daisy, afterwards. Okay.
Nice.
You're in the zone right now. It might have been the authority you were given, or it might just be you're confident in your team.
Fuck it, I rolled the wrong person. I rolled it as Binky.
Oh, I don't care. You rolled a 20.
It will be. Hang on. Let me just do this another.
Ooh, I will be taking this result.
It would have been a 26. I was only doing it to put my pluses on it.
Okay, don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, so you start checking over the body of the poor man, the keeper, and these are what you find out. You see that there's clotted blood under the victim's nose, as well as smeared bloodstains on the right sleeve of his tunic. And at the bottom of the white sleeve are blotches of midnight blue ink. You also know that the tip of the keeper's left forefinger is blackened, as is the centre of his lower lip. You can assume it's ink stains.
So it's like he's touched the ink to his lip.
Yes. You also notice blackening on the tip of the keeper's tongue and a chip in one of his front teeth. And the jagged edge of the tooth suggests it was recent. And lastly, you notice the impression of a chain on the back and sides of the corpse's neck, and the two broken lead chain links underneath the neck.
Would you share this knowledge?
Absolutely, yep.
So yeah, so there was an impression of a chain that was
Around
there,
his neck.
and it was taken, and there's only 2 bits left over.
Sorry, can I say this? It looks like to me like he was strangled with a chain, but also something was forced between his lips, or tried to be, because only the tip of his tongue is blackened, or he tasted something.
Maybe he's one of those dudes that likes to write, and then when it's time to turn the page, he licks his finger. Poison!
I was about to say, I have analyzed blood. I believe I can do it as a ritual?
Let me just check.
Did you see?
There should be a little icon on this next to the spell, so I'll just see.
Although, no, I will cast it as a 3rd level spell, because I would learn if there's any diseases or poisons.
Okay, so click the spell so it comes up in the chat so we can all see.
Just please bear with me, I do not remember how I do that. How do I do that?
Click the image, it will come up with a dice.
Which image? My image?
When this, each spell should have like an image of some sort to the left hand side.
I don't remember I'm looking at.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at the sheet or are you looking at the sword icon bit?
The sword icon?
Like when you double swords on the left hand side, if you click that, all the buttons come up.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, there's a big cast spell.
You can shrink it by going to settings.
Cool.
I would say, bless you, go to first level, click analyze blood, and then upcast it to level 3.
Oh, right, okay. I was about to ask because I couldn't find it. First level, analyze blood. How do I upcast it?
When you click it, it should tell you if you want to cast it as a first level spell or
Yes,
higher.
I like it. Cast.
Okay. So the first level, so let me just see. So you immediately learn whenever you have analysed blood from the same creature before. Okay, so that thing is like air. let's say second, you know the creature who shed blood type. Yeah, you would know it's humanoid. It's the third. You know if the blood carries any diseases or poisons. It does carry poison.
Would I know what kind at all?
Are you proficient with poisonous, Kit?
I'm trying to make it smaller right now, just bear with me because...
Oh, if you want to make it smaller, click Game Settings on the top right.
Yeah.
Go to Configure Settings.
Yeah.
Go to Module Settings.
Yeah.
Go to Argon Combat HUD.
Yeah.
And then reduce the scale to like 0.6, 0.5. And then also tick another box as a cleric because you have prepared spells. Click Prepared Spells Only. So you're on the Argon Combat HUD bit, yeah?
I've done the scale.
And then below it, there should be a box you can tick Prepared Spells Only. Show only prepared
Yep.
spells.
Yes, I see.
Save that. Then turn off the sword Argon Combat HUD and then return it on again, and it should...
even turn off the sword because it's that big. Oh dear. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then turn it back on and it should be much smaller.
Yes.
Cool. Alright.
Thank you.
I would say... You remember your ability as Knowledge Cleric?
No.
Where you can give yourself a proficiency of any kind with Divinity.
Yes.
If you think it's poison, you can use that to give yourself Poisonous Kit proficiency for 10 minutes.
Can do. Yeah. Because, I mean, I know it's poison now. I already know this.
Yes, you know it's poison, but you don't know what type.
Yeah. Okay. How do I do it on Foundry?
Before you do that, actually, I would say looking at the body and you go for an analysed blood, yeah?
Yes.
As you get closer, knowing the poison, I would say roll a medicine check.
Because currently I'm assuming it's in the ink. Right
You-
now.
You don't know for sure, but
Yeah, but that's my current assumption.
yeah, that's from the information you've been told. That's fair.
Can I give myself guidance?
Yes, you can.
Uh,
So just click guidance, target yourself, click guidance, and you'll give yourself guidance.
target myself.
Yep.
Yes.
I believe in
Why
you.
cannot I now see any more of my spells?
Do you want me to do it for you?
Could you please? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, sure, no worries. Guidance. There we go. And if I click on you, it's being weird. Oh well. If it doesn't, again, this was the same thing as Bardic Inspiration yesterday.
Shall I just press medicine normal?
Yeah, and then do a
roll?
D4 afterwards,
Yeah.
unless you get a thing that pops up with.
Well, I can do situational bonus. I can just add that way, or no?
You can, but don't worry about it now. I want to see if it actually comes up. If it doesn't,
So I'm just doing regular.
yeah, just roll a D4 now.
Is this a D4? That's a D4, yes.
Yeah, the triangle.
Yeah. 1D4.
Okay. Alright. Wow, you just hit the DC or something. Alright. You look at the body closer after you analyse blood and you can tell there was poison. And it's definitely his body, or a human at least. You reveal the most obvious thing. That he has a hole in his chest and the heart is missing. But no other organs are missing. You also notice that the ribcage was smashed by what appears to be an axe, using several precise blows all close to one another. And you would also see something strange, that while the keepers of the tome's vestments are covered in blood, The mess is surprisingly localized around the wound. You would expect spurting jets of blood to have covered more of his robes and the room, but that didn't happen.
So with that, I make a conclusion that he wasn't killed here.
There doesn't seem to be, looking around, there doesn't be evidence that the body was moved. It looks like it was done around here, but there wasn't blood pressure.
Are you sharing this information out loud?
Yes. And then I would look at the source of poison on the table.
Okay, we'll get to you there.
Yeah.
Bill, you're listening to all this. What do you do?
So, what you're saying is there's not a lot of blood. We'd expect a lot of blood. Maybe he was killed by poison, and maybe someone found him and stole his heart. A little while later, doesn't like blood dry up or something when it stops moving?
I'll leave that to the others.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So maybe we're not looking for one person, but we're looking for two heinous individuals.
Maybe.
This place is big, and there are loads of... And I look back at the door just where the guard is, and I kind of mouth weirdos.
Okay.
Can I, with my detect magic stuff, it probably would have run out by now, but I would have got the leads, right? So I can follow up with those. Okay. So you said that all of the magic around, so in the safe, which has a lot of magic, the chair with the hole, which was magic missiles, and with Jalisi himself, there was evocation magic.
There was the evocation magic on the chair. On himself, there's a bit like alteration transmutation magic. It's very light.
So evocation, transmutation, and then what about the safe?
The safe, too many.
Lots. Okay. Lots of schools. Okay, so I've known this group for at least a hot second, right?
You've known them for like a few months now.
So I'm going to look to Syndra. And I'm going to say, that safe has a lot of magic in it. I don't fancy coming face to face with that if it's aimed at us. So I think you should open the safe. Thoughts?
I'll take a look at the safe. Where's the safe?
Over here.
She's
Tadric
going to
is
step like
watching.
so far back.
Tadric is watching over and just says, "Just don't take anything."
Right, is it a... What kind of safe is it?
Well, you touch it and roll a perception check. It's open.
Not very good safe.
I'll take a look inside.
Okay, so just click it and you'll see exactly what's inside. And then when you're looking, so notice the things that are inside. She's watching
Yeah.
over, and I would say roll a investigation check as you're looking in. That is just enough to know that as you're looking through a bunch of these diamonds, sapphires, magical items, a strange gear and gold and platinum, you notice there's notes counting everything, like notes saying, you know, what is this in the bags, like how many diamonds are in here, how many sapphires in here. You
Right.
look at one of the notes and you see that even though there's 5 blue sapphires, there should be 6.
So I'm going to say to the magic users, what would you use a blue sapphire for?
And
Yeah, now that I see that the safe isn't in fact a trap, I would like to step up and cast an Arcana check. And I'd like to do 2. I'd like to do one for Syndra's question and one for the safe itself.
okay.
Like what's in the safe. So I'll do the one for Syndra's question first.
Also a magic user, so I'll do one for.
Yeah, you can do it. If you've got Arcana, go for Arcana to see if you'd know.
I am a user, but I don't have proficiency in Arcana.
Go for it
This
anyway.
is-
You're Bard.
Oh, this is a weird question. Can I roll twice? And this is purely because I don't know. This is purely because I don't know the outcome. Can I roll once for all magic and once for if whatever spell it is evocation? Not evocation. Sorry, divination, because that's my specialist.
You
I
would
would
like
just
to
like
know if
everyone to look at the fact that I got another fumble in a row.
well, you're looking at it like you're like, I could probably know stuff about this. Now, okay, so
I'll give guidance to Felicity.
okay, Felicity, roll that d4.
So that's a 18.
Okay, I'll go for Bill first and say, yeah, Bill, you think about it, and it's like, why would you need a sapphire for magic? You use your damn loot for magic, and that's good enough. Yes, Felicity, you try and wrap your head around it, but you're drawing blanks, even with the guidance. You don't know, you don't have the spell, you haven't studied it, you don't know if it was used for a spell.
Yeah, no spells as far as I know with the blue sapphire. And then can I roll the second Arcana check for my for looking at the safe?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, hold on, I'm trying to figure out how. There we go. Roll. I don't know why it rolled 2, but there was a 19 and a 20, so.
It's fine, we'll go for the first one. Yes, so looking at this, there was obviously sort of like a magical lock to make someone a suggestion spell, a glyph, which would have basically told a person to report they committed the crime, most likely. Like a lot of books here, like most of the books on the shelf, most likely. Unless you had some sort of way to dispel magic. And there would have also been, yeah, quite a strong magical lock, but it does seem like it's been opened by the spell knock and has been dispelled. So yeah, it clearly would have been opened by a powerful mage, but that doesn't narrow things down.
Silly question. As a spell casting fighter, can I roll Arcana, see
Yeah,
if
you
I
can.
got any knowledge of what spell that would use?
Yeah, go for it. It's not ringing any bells for you either.
Damn.
Okay, so you two were investigating over there. Daisy did a bit of checking, and you wanted to check the desk, yeah?
Yes.
Would you help out, Bill, or would you do something else?
Sorry, did you say knock was used to unlock the
Yes.
chest?
Yeah. Liv, would you help out Daisy?
Oh no, apparently I'm just fumbling everything, so I'm just gonna go do my own thing and kind of like look out the window a bit and see if there was anything
Yeah, all the
outside the window.
Yeah, all the windows were left open. You look out, and it seems to be the private garden for Janusi, and it doesn't seem to be like there's been much activity. It's actually kind of underkept.
Bill's leaving. Can I message to say talk to the old lady?
You send a message over to Bill to talk to the old lady, yeah?
Yeah, just to talk to the old lady.
What old lady?
You send back.
And then then I message back being all like, hi, me again. Next door over.
Righteous.
Okay, so as you go over there, Daisy, you check the desk. Roll an investigation.
And I'm gonna give myself. I think I've learned how to do it now. Hold on, let's see. Targets, tasks, guidance.
Oh, cool. It went to you.
Did I figure it out?
Yeah. Now do the check quickly before time runs out.
Investigation, yeah.
Yes. And you can do it at advantage because you've got the eyes in minutia.
Why does it give me 2?
I'm pausing so your time doesn't run out. What's that?
It says 23, but why didn't it come on the public chat?
Oh, wait, is it not there? Oh, wait.
Something's happening.
There we go. It was delayed. Okay, 23. All right. You look over this desk, and let me just go over to this. Oh God, did I leave this up? Got to get rid of this. There we go. Probably why it's being a bit slow. All right, you check at the desk, and you see several books piled on top of each other, all on different topics. The Secret History of Mystra, the Encyclopedia of Elven Entomology, and the Endless War between the Githyanki and the Githsari.
What was the middle one?
The Encyclopedia of Elven Etymology. But there is one book in the middle, and we'll get to the interesting bit, called The Discoveries. And there seems to be next to it, there's notations, like a note on the side, notations talking about the book, The Discovery, talking about magical realms and all that sort of stuff, all written in midnight blue ink. You would also notice the bronze ink pot now lying on its side on the floor, staining the carpet. And then you would see another pile of notes with a quartz weight on top of them, annotating and talking about a book called The Golden Ass. It seems to be fresher than the notes on the Discoveries, but you look around and you don't see the book anywhere.
Could I check if the poison is in the ink or in the books themselves?
Do you have a spell to detect poison?
I have identify.
That's more for just magical items, right?
I suppose. I don't have detect poison now. I mean, I could, but I don't have to go bed.
Yeah. I would say, again, the first time ever you'll ever use it, the Knowledge Cleric Channel Divinity.
Yeah. What would it give me, basically, in this case?
It would give you proficiency, but it would also give you, like with specialist stuff like this, like none of you are familiar with poisons in any way. There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
But this would give you the knowledge of poisons, and suddenly you would be able to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, because that would help of who could make that poison, basically. Is it a purchased one? Is it a herbal one? Is it
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
So yeah,
how do
just
we do this?
yeah, just click the Channel Divinity thing, use it.
Is it on my... Let's see, what is... Where would be...
It would be an action, I think. Use feature, I'm going to assume. Yeah, Channel Divinity, Knowledge of the Ages.
Use feature... harness divine power. That one? Yes. This one?
Not that, I think maybe.
That's the only one that popped up.
You can expend a use. Oh, that's just for your spells.
No, I found it. I got it.
Cool. Okay. I love how it doesn't give any description. But yeah, it just tells you the basic one. But yeah, she is using Channel Divinity Knowledge of the Ages, which gives her an expertise of one skill or tool of her choice for 10 minutes. Okay. You use it. And now roll. Actually, normally what I do, it gives you proficiency. I try and go for Tasha's rules with tool proficiencies because no one ever really uses them. Of the tool proficiency will give you advantage.
Okay.
So I would say, what would be a good one? I wouldn't say that.
Can I put guidance on top of that?
Yes, you can. For looking, because this isn't minute, this is more just sort of going over the poison stuff. Advantage investigation, using the poison proficiency. And this gives you access to try to work out. I was about to say. Okay. According to your god, or the one that gives you this power, you enhance your own abilities and you check over the ink. It's very clear that the poison would have reacted with the ink. It most likely didn't come from the ink.
Who said about licking the book? Amber, you said that.
No, that was Liv, I think.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, they
Oh.
said about licking. Can they? How
Oh, I
can
said
they
I said about licking like the finger.
Yeah.
I will just say as well, with this divine granted knowledge and with such a role, it just comes to you now. It feels like it could be Midnight Tears.
The poison name?
Yes. A dust, highly toxic, pollen found from the Feywild. It most likely would have been smeared on something.
Do I know how to find it if it's invisible?
No, you'd be able to detect it as long as... The problem with this divinity thing is you have 10 minutes to find it before...
Can I spend the 10 minutes? My first clue is book. Because
Yeah,
if that's
you'll-
what he was working. I would assume what Amber said, that it might be a corner of the book.
With the investigations, all the books and notes you look at, nothing, but there is like a faint trace on one of the notes one of the papers he was writing about the Golden Ass.
What do I know about Midnight Tears? Where would one obtain such a thing?
Well, I'll say this first, like you look over at him and it does confirm your deductions, the divine deductions, that he looks like he's been crying, and that is a effect, knowing the name. The other reason why it's called Midnight Tears is because it's a special magical poison. It's a cruel poison that consuming it in any way means that when the clock strikes midnight, you will die from it.
Sorry, quick question. If it's magic, would I not sense its presence?
You would have sensed a bit of it, but it's when
That's
I
what I
say
think,
magic,
from
it's
the
like it came from a weird place.
But that's likely what was on the body.
Kind of, yeah, but there was something else which was going a bit heavier than this.
Okay.
So the chain around his neck.
Yeah.
What? Are we assuming it's a necklace? Did he
You
wear?
assume so, yeah.
Right, not something used to choke him.
No.
So somebody has left with a blue sapphire his heart and his necklace.
That's what you assume. As you're doing that, Liv, you walk over to the old lady in the next room.
Yeah, do the thing. Move.
Are you on the wrong thing? Click on the person on the
Oh,
top
game's
left.
paused. Game's paused. I can't move.
Ah, yes. I was trying to save your guidance. There we go. Hello there. You see the cat?
Good morning, baby dude. Is it okay if I enter this room?
Of course. I'm assuming you're one of the investigators, yes? And if you'd like to
Yes.
cuddle the cat, roll either a dex check or animal handling.
Oh, well, I do love. I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not.
Well, Rachel did yesterday, so don't worry.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, she's my counterpart. So I very much do love the pussy, but I feel as though this might. Is it more important? Yeah, this is more important. I was
So-
wondering if you might tell me what you know.
Well, I do hate to gossip, but if it's necessary...
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's good then. Okay, so I'll tell you what I heard that was particularly spicy. I was bringing the keeper his morning tea yesterday when I passed Caelan Strongbranch on the steps. And he had a face like thunder. Nearly knocked the tray clean out of my hands.
Is that not the one that always looks like he has a face of thunder?
He does look very mean, yes. Oh, talking about mean. Then it was the 9th bell yesterday when Tellis...
9 in the morning or 9 in the evening?
Morning.
Morning.
I was doing my cleanings around then. And Tellis, and I'll do this while I was doing for, but you're the one here, so you're the one who will see it. Where are we? I click on that, I click on this. This person, she says Tellis. Okay. Came to visit the keeper, and those two have never got on well, and the meeting soon descended into a shouting match, poor Janusi. Of course it was hard to make out what they were saying, but I did hear Tellis shout hypocrite at him before he stormed out.
Well, you know what these book people are like. They get themselves worked up over words on a page.
Very dramatic, I know, and it was constant. Then, like, at the 11th bell, that drunk Daryl, who I'll bring over, this one here,
Yep.
he looked like he was nursing a hangover. It's never new with him, he's always drinking. But yeah, I was doing some dusting up by the keeper's door, and I heard some unscholarly language. I heard, "You're not fit to be Candlekeep's keeper." And then he started calling him a glorified book peddler, whatever that means.
Oh, was he selling the books from this library?
I don't know.
Was our library supposed to buy books and accumulate books?
I don't know. I don't know the logic of it. It doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, library has to make some money somehow, but yeah, they got into an altercation, and that wasn't the only one. Oh my god, there was so much yesterday. I just had to go off and do some more of my chores. But the the devil woman.
Do I know the devil woman?
She's a tiefling. She's Sylvia, the another reader. You didn't see her. She wasn't there at the meeting. She gives me the heebie-jeebies. I never knew what the keeper saw in her, but he really.
Oh, was she his little piece?
Yes. It used to be Kazrin here, but then he moved on from her to Sylvia. But yeah, she was screaming he was a traitor. I heard violence. There was lots of banging going on inside, and then she stormed out, nearly breaking the door.
Did you see him at any point between these meetings?
Oh yes.
So was he okay after meeting Talith?
He's very stoic.
But he was still alive.
Bless his soul, he was still alive.
And then after Daryl.
After Daryl, it was Sylvia. and then I went off.
Was he still alive after me and Daryl?
Oh yes, I helped prepare the Deadwinter's dinner where they exchanged presents, and he was there. They were all there then.
It was the most righteous and non-bogus tradition.
It is very righteous.
When did Sylvia? At what point did Sylvia come in?
I can't exactly remember the time. Maybe an hour or two after. I know she stormed out again at the dinner, but I didn't really know the details.
Oh, it takes me back. Lovers' quarrels.
Oh, I don't.
You've always got to satisfy your princess.
I'm too old for that now. Okay, as you're having a long chat there. The other guys, what are you doing in here?
I'm just thinking out loud, but to get the poison in the drink, he would have either had to have been distracted, and any one of them could have put it in because it.
Oh, you're thinking out of
works.
game, like stuff you'll find out later, yeah.
It works on the stroke of midnight, you said?
Yes, that's what.
So,
yeah.
So anybody could have poured, any of the people who saw him could have poured it in sometime within that 24-hour period.
And Perry, you said it reacts with the ink, right?
It would have reacted to the ink, but because it didn't react, it would have like foamed up a bit, but the ink hadn't foamed.
Alright.
You would assume that'd be the case with a lot of liquids. With that 24-year-old.
Or it could have been smeared on a page.
It's a possibility. Okay.
Right.
What would you like to do, Daisy? And then I've got to do something else.
I would like to look at the Tadric? What's the name of the
Tadric.
Tadric, and say, with your permission, I would like to speak with the dead.
Go ahead.
Lovely. You know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I love that fucking spell. That's great. Cast spell. I assume it's a third level spell, right?
Yes.
With the dead?
Okay. Click it, and then you go up to the body.
Yes.
Alright. You cast a spell. And it doesn't work. Indicating, based on the rules of Speak with Dead, normally when you use it, you cannot use it for another 10 days.
Correct.
Somebody
already spoke with the dead.
Someone's already used it, yes.
Fascinating.
Yo! Sorry.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I have discussed with Jeremy out of the game. Second thing I'd like to do is to... Oh, what's the spell called again?
Shall I do it?
Do you have it?
No, but we can't. We're too low level. We'd need. So again, speaking out of character,
That's fine.
We'd need one of the higher up. So it's a quick case of asking Tadric if
I'd say let me try.
the library will give us all the help we need.
Yeah.
And if he
This
says
is only
yes.
second level, so nothing dramatic. I'd like to locate object, the chain, the missing links. Because it has to be an object that I have seen. So a part of it I have seen. And it can be a particular kind, so jewelry, furniture, tool, weapon.
I think your problem is there. It needs to be in 30 feet.
No, it has to be in 1,000 feet.
Oh, well then, go for it.
But if there's any thickness of lead that's blocking a direct path, then I cannot see it, feel it. But anything else, yeah, 1,000 feet.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast that.
If not, we'll try the Tadric route.
how did Cleric react when I said that Speak to the Dead has already been cast on this person?
They sort of raised their eyebrow.
What time is it?
This is about... Oh, what time is actually in... Let me just check, because there's actually the clock there. It's about 1.
So if he died at midnight, somebody already spoke with the dead.
Yeah, and Tadric would just say over to you and just say, it's quite interesting, isn't it?
Who has been here after midnight?
There was...
I found the body.
A life on the body, a bookworm, me, the staff next door.
I make a comment to the rest that we'll need to speak with Alai. If he's the first one who's been in the room, he might know. Well, he may have spoken to the dead.
And oh yeah, I'll just say the locate object, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't seem to get an idea of where it is.
I don't.
Again, this 1,000 feet encompasses quite a large section of this section of the library, and there are certain things people can do to restrict locate object,
Cool.
such as lead.
Yes.
All you know is it's either so far away you can't detect it, or it was pretty important to be hidden from the locate object. At this time, Bill would have heard this, basically Binky rushing up and Fembris chasing after Binky. They would come up to the door and Fembris would be just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I followed Binky. After they went off, wanted to make sure they didn't get lost. And they went straight to Sylvia's room. I asked Sylvia if this man Binky wanted her, but she said she was staying in her room, and if you wanted to speak to her, you'd have to go to her."
Well, I think we know where we're going next.
Do you want me to take you there?
Especially if the necklace is in the same place.
I would like to insight check Fembris. Did Sylvia actually say that?
Roll insight, yeah? Go for it. Yeah, he seems very... He's easily... Authority gets at him and he will do what he says. And if it's an authoritative, powerful woman, he definitely will do what they say. He doesn't seem to be like...
Okay, cool.
He then looks away at he looks at Tadric and moves away. Shall I lead you?
Onwards.
Yep.
Alright, after you leave, Tadric will leave with you. Once you both have gone out, and we'll close the door. And tell you all, the body's going to be moved soonish, so I'll be supervising it, making sure there's no weirdness.
What I'd like to do is just note down, because I've got linguist.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is just in my own cipher, I want to like note down the key details of the investigation, basically, so that if we come back and something's missing that we've noticed, I'll know, or I'll at least have a better chance of figuring it out.
Oh, no worries. And yeah, she will say to you, yeah, the body will definitely be missing. There's going to be the ceremony, the funeral later tonight, which you're invited to. But I hope you got all the information you need. Okay. And Bill, are you coming out as well, or do you want to do anything else?
I'm gonna see if I notice them leaving.
Oh, you would have heard that. You would have seen the dog running by and the guy saying, "Stop!" and then you would have heard them speaking.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been nice catching up with you.
It's been nice catching up to you as well. Hopefully that information will be helpful for your investigation. Do find out who did it to the poor man.
I will make sure that I find out just for you.
He was too good of a person to die like that, having his heart ripped out.
And at the door, I'm just gonna be like, we'll find them.
Also, now that all of you know about the heart being ripped out bit, I would say everyone roll a religion check, and I'd say everyone can.
I'm gonna give myself guidance again.
No worries. I'm just gonna grab you all. Syndra. That's enough. Everyone hit the mark. It was basically a 12. Everyone would notice throughout this investigation, talking about the heart and stuff, it's not related to the killing. It clearly happened afterwards. If the heart's gone, raised dead can't be used.
Mm-hmm.
Someone clearly didn't want them being resurrected.
Shen, are there like features of raised dead? Would that be something that's common knowledge, or is this again feeding into the like powerful mage theory?
Powerful mage theory. Okay, I activate Sylvia's chamber. A bit more awkward this one because it's such a small map, so I'm going to be doing this, and hopefully it won't do weird shit. No, I do not want a wall. There we go. As I start moving you in. Okay, are you all inside?
I can't see shit.
I guess I know why. There we go. What about now?
Yep.
Can everyone see?
Only the corridor.
You hear a voice. Welcome. And then you hear another voice. Welcome to my little abode, and you see a mature tiefling lying in bed. One of the great readers of Candlekeep. I'll just get over to her section.
What's the little thing next to her?
She will just say, that is my quasit, my familiar. It's a demonic creature. I have been to the realms quite a few times. How may I help you? Your dog has been enjoying my scent. I had to have it sent away.
So this was the weird scent trail
Yes,
that
it was
Binky was following.
a lot of the smell was her, and you didn't see her before because she wasn't at the meeting. She says,
But
oh yes.
and she was the one who was having a relationship with Genesi,
Yes.
and they'd just broken up.
No, they had an argument. You don't know if they're broken up.
Okay.
Me,
Rita's locate spell.
It's not going off here, no. And it hasn't gone off as you've moved around the library. She sips some wine. You are quiet. Lot? I'd say. You are part of the expedition team. May I ask what you are doing here?
Well, we need to chat to everyone that knew Julisi, and your name came up as someone on our list that knew him. So we're just covering all bases.
That is fine. It's awful what happened to him.
I want to insight check that. Is it awful? Does she think it's awful? Did she kill him?
Roll insight.
Oh, that's intimidation. Hold on.
Did you kill him? You put your
That's not going
wand
to do
up.
very well.
You don't know this woman.
Can I ask,
Ooh.
what do you think happened to him?
What?
Oh, that question on casting detect thoughts.
fair. Okay.
Let me cheeky, and I'm literally as deep as I can get it, and I'm giving her a 9 for the saving throw.
A 9 for the saving throw, yeah?
Sorry, 8 it is.
It's an 8.
I got an 8. I got an 8 and a 9. So, I think I've used the 9. So yeah, 8.
Okay, we'll get to that moment. So I'll give you some surface thoughts, and I'll get to that bit. But first, she answers your question, and she says, "I would like to help whatever I can. I do not want my personal beliefs to get in the way of the investigation, but I do know that Darrow was an awful drunk and violent, and that the library was planning to sell off some of the worthless poetry to fund a new library on the great rivers of the plains." And
Oh
she's-
yes, Darrow was heard to him that he was a book peddler.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that drove him to kill him. I also don't trust Tellis at all. He wanted to be the leader last time, and Genesi beat him out. No one likes Tellis, and I'm sure he's been better. And then there's that other one, Kazin. An absolute bore. Resents him for choosing me. And, oh yeah, so you get your basic thoughts, and there is very much a level of sadness, and there is definitely a level of, yeah, it's shock, sadness, and there's a lot of concern about hiding her body from your group, but she seems to be fully dressed. As you go for the detect thoughts and you go deeper with a 14, and you chose, and it was an 8 you gave her, yeah?
Yeah.
She matches your 14.
Okay.
And she shakes her head and just says, "That is absolutely rude. I have invited you as a guest, and you try to pry into my mind." Just trying to find out where the hell you are right now. Are you on the map?
I'm in. Oh, I'm here. Hello.
Oh, you're there. Hello.
Oh, God.
That is absolutely
Okay.
rude.
I wonder why I couldn't say anyone.
Ask the questions. Do you give me consent, then? Can I just do what you do as well? Can I just use my magic on you? How about I teleport you away? Or how about I
mean-
banish you?
If you'd like, but if you're so sad about him dying, why would you try and get rid of someone investigating the death?
I have my own secrets, and I would rather tell you within a level of trust.
You tell us.
Then I will. I was sleeping with the man.
That's not secret.
I know. And I hate that I've been feeling so poorly recently. I have.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I have been having a nasty flu, and I wasn't be able to come, and I can't do anything much to help. But I miss the man.
Quick question for my earlier investigation about the poison.
Yeah,
What symptoms does it have before the death comes apart from the crying?
it's pretty stealthy. There doesn't seem to be any other symptoms from that.
I will pop forward and go, just a quick one. There might have been poison involved in Mr. Genasi's murder. Do keep your health in check, just in case. If you've been, sleeping together, you may have been affected.
I haven't been sleeping with him recently, but I will keep that in mind. I do know that if you're worried about my illness, it is definitely a cold. And then I would say anyone who's...
Yeah, I'm insight checking that.
Yeah, everyone roll insight.
I think she's Pregante.
Or perception.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Yeah, roll insight first, then we'll see.
For guidance again.
Alright, my insight's crap.
Oh. Oh dear. Okay, so I'll get to this. So Felicity, you're probably watching too hard. That you're not noticing. You're looking for stuff which isn't there. Bill, what's distracting you?
I've got hair right in front of my face, and I'm just there trying to blow it out of my eye.
It's way gnarly. It's way bogus. Sorry, I got the words wrong. Way bogus.
Way bogus.
Syndra and Daisy would both notice as they're talking to her that she can't move her right arm. And now, Syndra and Daisy, please roll a perception check. And Syndra? And let me just see your perception.
20.
You're binky, by the way.
Ah, wrong person.
No
right,
worries.
do it the right way.
I will look at your modifier +3. You got how much again?
Full
That
16 plus 3. Yeah.
both of your eyes move and you start focusing on the right arm as she's chatting with her cold. And you notice that the cloth of her bedrobe has a small dark wet stain on the right upper arm. And it seems to be causing it to stick to her skin. But yes, I will give any information
Okay,
that you
in
possibly...
that case,
Oh.
may I please ask what's happened with your arm? And what about that stain?
And she just looks at it, just... Oh, I injured myself.
Inside check.
Well, inside.
Yeah. Give me a cheeky insight.
I'll guide myself as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing an insight check.
Because that just sounded fake.
Okay. It would say it wasn't as simple as she's making it out.
That looks like a nasty injury. How did you manage to do that?
Bit of foolishness on my part. I tried to do some work. I had injured myself. And again, you are just reading her, and there's a slight bit of panic. She's trying to say anything to excuse it. I am feeling quite poorly. My cold is getting the best of me, and I'm sure the distress of poor Janusi is doing a number on me. If I could have my alone time now?
Of course. Please let us know if you think of anything else.
I will. And I promise you that I will try to help. I will.
So far you've been less than honest. And I storm out.
And she just looks a bit sort of shocked. There's a bit of anger on her face, but there's a bit of shock. There's definitely something she's not saying, and she doesn't want to say it. Okay, are you guys leaving? Is anyone else doing anything in here?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just leave it.
I'll grab you guys then. And where are you heading to now?
I would like to speak with Fembris.
Okay, yeah, Fembris will just be like, yeah, what's up? What next?
Fembris, where could I get a book on the 99th prophecy?
The House of Alandra, I think.
Could you get me there? Or
Yeah, no worries.
Would Daisy have shared the hearing about the song and the rhyme thing?
yes, but I only heard bits. But at this point, she recognizes that some words, what she has now, as we're walking there, I can pass on. It said Deadwinter, discontent by love. So Sylvia, or whatever her name is. By pride repent. Relent. Another's ambitions feeds. So anyone who had ambitions to become that position. And then the heart of the keeper of warnings we shall not heed. So I want to know the full prophecy.
Yeah.
Because it rings a bell now.
Okay, so you should be loading in, and I'm just going up to the prophecy. You would see the librarian, and she would say, welcome. Fembris would say, would like to see some of the prophecies, please. She looks at him, turns around. They're all around here. All of them. Any particular one you're looking for?
99th, please.
99th? Should be by this... not far. The bookcase close to the statue to the left-hand side with the sword that looks like a giant quill. And Fembris will go, no, I'll lead them there. Follow me, guys.
I'm eager, I love libraries.
Yeah, if I know right, Orlando who...
Use a sword in the shape of a giant quill.
I'll show you, come along.
Let's go!
Is it a giant quill? It looks like a sword. Let's just go with that. Alright. I guess check around here, but yeah, it's interesting here. This is, Orlando was the one who founded Candlekeep. Had loads of prophecies of the future. Wrote loads. Just, yeah, go through and then just roll investigation. I think with your eyes in minute seeing, you can do advantage. Felicity, roll investigation. Anyone who wants to check, roll investigation, looking through the bookshelves.
Thank you. So did you say just look through them, or did you say have advantage?
Daisy has the magical item, eyes of minute seeing. But you would just roll a regular roll.
Just regular investigation too. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should have done more.
Perception, you say, or investigation?
Investigation. Oh, Amber, you should have done what Rachel did
Too
yesterday
much.
and just steal the eyes of minute
What?
seeing from the safe. Okay.
Nice.
Just one moment, the game cracked for me, reloading.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I'll just say, so as you're watching over, Felicity, you're looking through, and I think you had one of those look blindness moments again. When you've walked in somewhere you've never been, seen so much stuff, and it's like, it's choice paralysis. There's too much. There's too much interesting things. You just keep scattering through so many stuff. You never really focus because you're too busy reading on different bits of information and prophecies.
Oh.
It was Daisy
Oh my god.
who found the 99th prophecy.
Could you copy paste it for me?
Yeah, sure. I'll copy paste the
Put it
first.
in the language bit so everyone can see.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And then I'll paste the. And what wasn't sung, or maybe it was, you don't know, was a fourth verse.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, there it is.
There you go. And I'll read it just for the sake. During the dead winter of our discontent, a trio of readers shall be bent, by love, by pride, and by greed. While the first may repent, and their brethren late relent, another's ambition feeds. The heart of the keeper will be lost, while our brotherhood counts the cost of warnings we shall not heed. A many-faced man trouble brings, his metal hand pulling strings, while it grasps at vile deeds. And that is the Deadwinter prophecy.
Does anyone we know have a metal hand?
Yes.
Oh, yes?
Well, yes, reach, but we move. Robot lad. Monodrone. I told you it was a reach. I did set it up.
Does it have a hand, Karen?
I don't know, but he's metal.
It has a hand.
Is
I'm
it a
saying
me-
he's metal. So, nothing's off limits.
Hmm.
I would say everyone's seen this. I'll give a few bits of information. Actually, no. This one is a hard one. This one's for you guys. Actually, so I'll leave that there. But as you read over this, knowing the information that you know, what is your next step? Then Bruce looks a bit shocked as he's
Am I
hearing all this.
unbook blind now? Am I able to?
Yeah, you hearing this
Cool.
clear information, you've done what you need to do. You've been pulled to your senses by the others, and you're hearing this.
Okay. So this is me, Amber, being not great at old English stuff. What is like bent? Is that just like they'll be killed, they'll be dead? Like trio of readers shall be bent.
Like turns, like as in, turn to the dark side, Luke. sort
Yeah,
of thing.
correct.
But we turn to the dark side.
Yeah.
Corrupted by love, by pride, by greed.
Yeah.
So, by love, Sylvia.
Oh, by love. Yeah, Sylvia loves.
By pride, I think it's the what's his name? Guard guy who was going to be fired. And greed, I don't know.
What is the possibility?
Like,
What
I'm
about the
saying-
one that called Janusia book peddler?
No! Oh my god! If we're thinking these are three, I say we, I do mean me. Because it would help if I finish a sentence. Because oh my god, I'm so excited. Right. Sorry, I love murder mysteries.
I know it's great,
So
isn't it?
trio of readers shall be bent. So corrupted. So my thought is it's a trio of readers that killed. By love, what is it? Kasen? Is that the one who got turned down? By pride,
Is
the
it,
one
yeah.
that was going to be fired.
So yeah,
And then by greed, don't know.
so yeah, so
I think
yours.
I agreed the Drow.
So the one who was turned down was Kazin. This one here.
Yeah.
I think greed is Talis because he wanted to be a keeper,
You
and
think
if
this one?
that's greed. That is the most heinous of all things. That is greed.
Also the Drow was the one who didn't care at all for the death. He
Jo-
was the one who was like, everyone benefits.
But
He's also the one
he
who was
did
hungover.
call Daryl. He did call Janusi a book peddler. So that sounds pride. He has pride in this library, and someone selling the books of this library would hurt his pride.
Okay. So are we working with the theory that there might be a trio of killers? Well, trio of people involved in this, whether they know it or not.
Yes.
By love is going to be Kasan. By pride, hold on, Kasan. By pride, what's the one that was going to be fired?
Also,
Um,
notice further, it says, while the first may repent, the first by love. So if we say that it's Sylvia or whatever her name is, so she seems apologetic, right? She
Yeah.
seems apologetic in the thing. So she's repenting, and their brethren late relent. So we need to find who's relenting.
So,
just
Thembrus will
relenting.
just say, "This is so much. Who should we talk to first?"
Shall we get a toilet break for now?
Yes, let's have a toilet break. Be back in about 8-10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. I will just mute myself, but feel free to chat. I will just have this thing on. And yeah, cool. Be back in about 8-10 minutes.
Alright. Oh.
Hello.
Ah, that startled me.
Sorry. Oh, didn't mean to startle you.
That's okay. Hmm?
I've just realised we can be heard on the stream.
Yeah. That's my partner. Trying to
Oh.
find. Do you want me to look?
I don't know if that was to me.
No, I'm asking.
Ah.
Yeah, there are.
I currently have like 3 pages of notes.
I've got.
Well, 3 sides today 4. So that's what you count.
Boom, and get the camera back on. Fuck, did the wrong thing. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
I have done everything right. Let me just double check, because I can be bad with this. Okay, cool. So, you move on to question someone, yes?
Oh, you're back.
I think so, Liv.
I'm back.
Jeremy?
Here.
And Rita's back, I can see her. Okay, so.
Are you sure that's her though?
There might be an imposter.
It's not me.
Shit. Okay,
Nice.
so I'll cut you guys there, copy you guys. Alright, Fembris will say that he will grab someone, so he's saying, you know, head back to the Dinner Shine, and he will bring people who you want to talk to. Who do you want to talk to first?
Real quick, do we
Tanner.
want to clarify who we think are each? So we know that we think by love is either Cassen or Sylvia.
I'll get their
Yep.
thing here.
By pride, who do we think pride is? So the guy
I think that is Daryl.
So pride, you think Daryl. I think it's either Daryl or Talon. I say Talon. I don't know if I've just noted the name correctly.
Tellus.
Tellis. No wonder I couldn't find Talon anywhere else in my notes. Tellis or Daryl. Let me change that to Tellis. I'm playing too much League. Right. And then what about by greed?
I think that.
You think who for greed?
I think that's Tavis. He wants to be the keeper. He called Janisi a hypocrite.
Why do we think
He is the hypocrite.
Why do we think Daryl is pride?
I'd say we need to talk to them. I would also like to talk to Alai, who was the first to find the body, because I'm bothered by some. So, my presumption is that he died at midnight because the poison would activate at midnight. We're there at 1 o'clock, and sometime between then and 1 o'clock, somebody cast Speak to the Dead to him. Also, if he died from poison, and he was, the heart was taken out afterwards, so somebody had to handle an axe after midnight.
Quick question. The singing, were they singing that before midnight or only afterwards?
Before. It's a prophecy it's tradition to sing it on the day. If something's centered around a certain date and something like that, the more religious avowed would chant the prophecies so people never forget.
So we know it's a magic user that's at least involved in this to some level. So realistically, we can probably narrow our options down by asking who's got magic, and then I can cast detect magic, and then it will give us a sense of who actually does have it, and even who might have lied about having it. Although, hold on, if we work for Candlekeep, would we just know who has magic?
Everyone, most people have magic here.
Cool. Never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just talk to them.
All right. So who would you like to talk to first?
I'd like Ally.
Eli, yeah.
He's the first person who found the body.
Okay then. Then I will get rid of these guys. Actually, copy everyone and bring you over to the shrine, as Fembris would sort everything out for you.
I hate you.
You know the music, yeah?
Well, you've told me before, so.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys would be a bit more deep in waiting. And Fembris would say, I bought him. He walks over and says, hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm here for questioning. I'll try and do the best I can.
Oh, he's the one I said I wanted to talk today during the day.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of me.
How can I help?
I believe you were the first person to find the body, right?
I was, yes.
Could you know what time it was?
It was around 7ish. I just wanted to speak to him. He's a good friend.
7 p.m.
At 7 a.m.
Oh, right. But you said right now it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was today, early on. Well, right now, game time, it is about coming up to 2.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
Right, so it's 14 hours since. Okay. Okay, hold on, let me note that down.
But yes, I went there, and it was quite curious because I knocked, but the door was open. I went in there, and I was shocked. It was just so brutal. What else do you need? What else can I help you with?
And the heart was still there when you came?
No. It's up. His chest was opened and it looked like stuff was taken out. Was it just the heart?
Indeed.
So awful.
So awful. I want to roll an insight check.
Roll inside.
Don't trust no one. Why?
Yeah, no, you cannot read anything from him through his giant beard and his hood. Nothing.
Your expertise is knowledge, right?
Yes, on religion and the greater planes and such.
How much do you know about the 99th prophecy?
Let me just see. I'll go for an intelligence check for him. I'll do it publicly, why not? As he's thinking about it, anyone who's looking at him, roll insight, even you, Amber,
Even me?
because his reactions changed.
Oh, you're too kind.
Well, he's religious, that's why I
Yeah.
asked the question.
And Bill and Syndra,
Yeah.
feel free to roll insight if you're watching his face.
Alrighty.
Inside it.
Yes.
No insight for me.
There's been some bad rolls. So
That's four fumbles for me so far this game.
it's,
You guys better be grateful. I'm helping by taking away all of your fumbles. I think I've rolled 6 times and I've had 4 ones.
We appreciate your sacrifice.
You know, like Rachel, who's playing Ted, she's a College of Tragedy bard, so all these ones would be making her more powerful. They're like built together, but no, I would say you'd probably be too busy looking at the monodrome and its big creepy eye and how it blinks. It's actually kind of disturbing. Syndra and Felicity would be looking and just go, yeah, he seems to know the prophecy. He's a doddering sort of old man. He's sort of thinking around. Daisy, for a brief moment, he's thinking about it, and you can tell when he thinks about it and remembers it. It takes a moment, and then he just freezes a bit.
You think it's related, isn't it? Why that sound Irish?
He swallows and he just says, "That is a possibility. That this could, especially with the heart."
Yes, that's what made me think of it. Who do you think, from your knowledge, would be the 3? What are they called? The 3 readers.
All I do know, and it's kind of important to say, that I have talked to Janussi. He was meeting up with a lot of them. Everyone was having an individual chat with him. He was hoping to step down and pass on the role to his successor.
Has he chosen one?
He chose me.
I asked that during the there,
Yes.
when we were in the main room, and I've been told that no, he hasn't.
Yes. And I think it's best if I'm careful about that, especially seeing as he's been killed. I do not want to be the next one.
Who had the knowledge that he's chosen you?
Just me. Something's a bit off.
About your response?
Daisy, yeah, it's he's very sure. It seems a bit weirdly placed, but he continues, and he goes, like with your 24 or 25, yeah, definitely. He says, Feminor, she seems to be claiming that she was chosen. I mean, Janussi forced her to dissolve her shits campaign. It became you lot. She wanted to expand the influence of the Candlekeep. You lot were a compromise. But she's not good at the job, and the idea that she would have been chosen is suspect to me.
Sorry, what was that name of who wanted to expand?
Feminal.
Feminal.
Then there's Sylvia. And I was talking to Kazran, and apparently she was walking around Candlekeep in the middle of the night. And then the third one, Callan's strong branch, he was going to be removed. He was dealing with dark magics. I don't know the connective tissue, but I think they're the ones you should be looking at.
As he's talking, do I think any of the things he's saying was a lie?
He doesn't seem to believe it himself, you feel.
What was that last one? So we had Sylvia was walking around
And Callan's strong branch was looking into dark magics, and he was going to be fired.
Tell us. Okay.
But yes. Is there anything else I can do to help?
You believe the prophecy is true?
I believe the prophecy is true, yes. And he doesn't seem to be... You can tell he's being truthful with that. Anyway, I must be off then. Is there
Sorry,
anyone...
one more question.
Oh, sorry.
Is there, as far as you know, a certain medic or a health centre that the readers would frequent?
Oh, yes. It would be the Oak Tree Apothecary. I actually went there myself recently for indigestion. There's lots of herbal remedies, and it's much cheaper than outside sources. There's a discount for being a Candlekeep member.
Thank you.
One more
And
question.
almost all the readers go there?
Yes, a lot of the Avowed do. And yes, Daisy.
Do you know of any place around here that would have a lot of lead?
I think a lot of the secure objects in Candlekeep have lead in them. There's the force field which stops teleportation over Candlekeep. There's lead in any secure item. There's a lot of magical safeguards. Every book can find its way back to the library and reveal who stole it.
Thank you for reminding me.
No
I
worries.
promise, last question. Do you know anything about the book? The book that's gone missing. I have it somewhere written down, but I just...
It was called The Golden Ass.
Yes. Do you know anything about that book?
Let me just roll this.
I believe that the deceased was working on it when he died.
I don't think I've read the book, but... No. I hope I can help. And as the future, if all of this is sorted, and as the future keeper, I will make sure that if you do find the murderer, you'll be heavily rewarded. All of you. He starts to leave. Denbris comes over. Anyone else you need me to get?
For now, I think we need to take a trip to the apothecary.
Alright. Let's all go. Activate the scene. It was a bit of a slower loader yesterday, so just to warn you. There we go. Fembris would go inside, and as you're outside, someone would be running up to you. Very small in stature. Hello. I wanted to catch you when you were at the shrine, but you were speaking to a lie, and I didn't really want to see him.
Do we recognize this person?
This is one of the readers,
He was the
Feminine.
one who wanted to expand Candlekeep, didn't it?
Yes.
Feminine.
Yes. Okay. I'm here to help whatever way I can. Feel free to ask me any questions. It can trigger my memories. she's very, very exhausted. She's obviously tried to get up to you guys, and obviously wanted to see you desperately.
How do you feel about what's his name's death? Sorry, I have too many notes at this point.
Lucy.
Janussi. He was a good man, and he shouldn't have died.
Inside check.
Roll insight.
Gotta do the sing-song voice.
Sing song voice. Oh.
Did I hit on myself? Yes. I think so. Did I hit on myself?
Hey, look, it's a double one, therefore it's a double fumble. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Now I put it on myself.
Okay.
Inside.
So Felicity's rolled. Syndra and you. Wait, did your dice come up, Bill, or? Did that? Let me see. Okay. Daisy and Felicity, the numbers I can see there. She seems like she's being completely honest.
Because I thought it might be the greed, but because Ali blamed this person. But it did say in the prophecy that the brethren late relent, so we'll see.
I'm here because I don't think any of this is right. Why?
Anything right, my little dude.
Well, it shouldn't be like this. His body shouldn't be rushed off to be buried. We should be trying to contact his spirit. We should be trying to resurrect him. It's all being done in a rush. Something's not right.
What, quick question. What would you like to resurrect him for?
To bring him back, of course. We should have the resources. Why hasn't it been tried? She seems quite distressed.
Well, do you have the facilities to do this, to raise the dead or to speak with them?
We can find it. There's people who speak the dead, but that doesn't matter. We can go into town. We can use Candlekeep's resources.
Who do you know?
Is there...
Who do you know that can speak with the dead?
Mostly everyone, even me.
Interesting.
But I haven't had a chance, and I know you're the investigators. And something's wrong.
From what we know, this person hasn't seen the body.
No.
Right. Who would be against resurrection out of the members of the readers?
Well, the person who would be... Like, everything being rushed forward, that would be under Bookworm's charge. I don't know if she's against resurrection. She's acting odd. But she's desperate to put a line under in the sand on this subject.
Interesting.
And then, yes, it's not just them. Alchrist as well. Her nephew. He's acting so aloof and cocky recently. I don't know why. And Sylvia, she keeps hiding away in her room.
Out of character, Bookworm was the second person in the room, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And the nephew was the one that she was worried about
Yes.
during the thing. If she's against resurrection and she's the second person to see, it might be worth talking later.
I would say, though, be careful. There's a lot of dangerous magics happening. And someone willing to kill the Keeper. And,
Do you know something?
and she sort of stumbles a moment.
We're trying to help.
I want to know that you'll take my words to heart. I'm scared for my life, and please do not tell anyone else this. But when we had the meetings, and I met with Janussi, he wanted to make me his successor.
Oh my god.
May I insight check that?
Roll inside check. Anyone else rolling, or just Felicity?
No, I'll roll as well.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try.
Oh, I'm giving it a try.
Yeah.
I'll put guidance first.
Yeah, I didn't roll a 1.
Didn't roll a 1. Hell yeah. Wisdom is your strong suit. Alright, with everyone's scores, I will say this. It seems like she's telling the truth. Or she believes she's telling the truth.
Oh dear.
So she seems to be telling the truth.
Yeah.
But LA does not.
It was, yeah, Daisy was just picking up that he was very cocky with his words, and it seemed like he didn't believe what he was saying.
Mm.
And so Feminor just goes, I've been trying to keep myself safe just in case. I've even tried to investigate myself. I wanted to go to the southern dining hall where we ate that night, and the Watchers just aren't letting me. I don't understand what's going on.
I'm going to message Daisy.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, new idea for greed, LA.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Cool. Well,
But yes, it was a situation. Anyway, I should be leaving you. I'm going to try and do some of my own research. Thank you for...
Let us know if you find anything.
I will. And she heads off, leaving you to enter the Oak Tree Apothecary. Fembus just shouts over and just says, "Come on then."
As we walk, I tell the gang, what do you think? How many people will tell us that they're going to be the successor?
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that mean I might be the successor?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Hot damn!
The man, the small satyr, calls over to you and says, "Welcome. In game terms, feel free to click me if you want to use me as a shop. If anything, feel free to ask me any questions."
May I pet your squirrel?
Yes, you can. He's a clever squirrel.
Thank you.
I've been talking to him today about this whole awful affair. But sadly, I don't have my speak with animals ability left. I used it all up. There was so much to talk about. And the squirrel handily enjoys the pet. It sort of grabs your hand when you try and put your hand away to get more pets.
I'm not leaving until the squirrel does. Like, this is a... Yeah.
Yeah, the squirrel is enjoying your time. Oh, yeah. So, yes, feel free to click on me if you would like to buy anything. Feel free to ask any questions. I heard that you are the investigators. I hope you find out who did this.
I'm just looking for my notes.
I'm just looking there confused, going, did he just say click me?
Out of game. If you double click him, a shop pops up. If you want to buy any of this stuff, it's all 10% off because it's cheaper inside this place compared to outside. I sell potions. I sell magical regents. I sell antidotes. I even sell poisons, but they are highly regulated, and it must be made public if you are buying a poison.
Perfect. Sir, could you please tell me your knowledge about the Midnight Tears?
Ah, yes. And he looks behind him, and then he walks out, gets behind you, and looks over to the shelf behind him, or shelf behind the till. Hogswash? Oh, Well, midnight tears is a very deadly poison that there'd be lots of safeguards on. But, and he like scratches his head. It's not there.
Have you sold any recently?
No. Yesterday, or most recently, it's been very quiet around this time. Been selling cold medicine to people. But of people of note who might have been around, Feminor
Oh no.
came here to get some cold medicine. And then Alai came here to get some medicine for his indigestion. We had to go back out into the greenhouse.
Who was that, the second one?
Alai.
Yeah.
And then, yes,
So you got caught up in a lie, did you?
I got caught up in Alai's work, yes.
What did Eli ask for?
He wanted something for his indigestion, so I got him some fresh fennel. And we walked off together.
And cold medicine, that was just Seminole?
Yes. No one else has... There's been a few of our trainees who have asked for it, but no one else.
But no one of night, okay.
No.
And tell quietly to the group. Do you know somebody who currently has a cold?
Sylvia? Or she claims to.
Left triangle?
Lovely. Sorry. I'm reading through the shop. So, right.
Oh.
I'm reading through the shop, and what I just... So, you said Theki root was given to LA for indigestion, right?
Oh, no, it's just fresh fennel.
Oh, damn it. Okay, sorry, I thought I just, thought I just, seen through the world, why? No, okay, never mind.
I leave a clue in a shop. Could you imagine?
May I ask about the midnight tears?
I'm 30 gold short.
Oh, say that again, Liv. You're very quiet.
I would really like the oil of Slipperina, just for lol.
If you have
but
the
I'm
money
like,
for it, buy it.
Where do I see it?
If you double click on Lurin, and then if you see the oil of slipperiness, does he have it?
Yeah, he has it.
Yeah, he
I
just...
just don't have the gold for it.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, where do I see my gold? Because I'm actually looking at my character sheet in D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond inventory. You've got 145 gold.
Yeah, I'm short. Damn it!
No, that's Daisy. Daisy's short.
I am sure.
Do.
Wait, who wants the oil of slipperiness?
Just me, just for lols.
Okay. I'm gonna buy one. I don't know how I buy one. I found how I buy 20.
You drag it. I think you just drag it over to your character sheet. So you have your character sheet up and you have the shop up.
Buy one. So I've got one oil of slipperiness, and I'm also gonna buy a herbalism kit because I don't have one of those.
It's just if you have the herbalism skill, it just makes it so you get advantage when you do anything related to herbalism. Let me just see your proficiency. You have alchemy.
I don't.
Nah, so you should be fine.
Oh, so I don't need it.
Anyone who's looking over the counter and going for the shopping and stuff, roll a perception check.
I'm just gonna buy the... Ooh, they have a truth serum.
Yeah, I saw.
I got a truth serum.
There's my perception check.
Alright,
I
Felicity.
will do the perception in a moment.
No worries, I'll just say with Felicity looking over the shelf, you would see a piece of glass on the floor, a very small shard, and a green stain.
Ooh. Shard of glass on floor. And green stain. Is it a green similar to something we've already seen?
No.
Damn.
I'm gonna do a check in a moment, just checking my gold and stuff.
No worries. But yes, I'm sure my lovely squirrel Nibbles could help out in some way. Do any of you have speak with animals?
Don't be silly. That would be helpful.
He's such a chatty one.
Where would I find the anti-poison things?
The what, sorry?
What do you call them? Against poison.
Oh god, it's all been taken out. I'll just add it, because when I did this yesterday, for some reason it listed every item as one item. So I think Tom bought it. And
Harry, what would I have to do to persuade you for me to use comprehend languages to understand the squirrel? Because technically it's a spoken language. It's animal.
Oh god, okay.
Thank you.
I've added the antitoxin.
I appreciate it.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The squirrel watches you, and it enjoyed your cuddle. And
Oh,
it just stands up on its hind legs and just gets its claws out and tries to make them look big.
you're so scary. And I go chin scratches.
I'm just going to roll this privately.
Do squirrels like mushrooms? Would I know
Everyone-
squirrels like mushrooms?
Let's assume this one does.
Okay, so you know the mushrooms I've got from like the first session?
Ooh.
I've got 2 days worth of rations of mushrooms.
Yeah, you can give mushrooms over. Also, he is still moving around, acting odd. It's trying to make itself look quite menacing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just being cool. Boo. Yikes. Trying to look menacing.
Yeah, and it just looks at you. It stops and acts all squirrel-like. Not its head. And then tries to make itself look menacing again, not looking at you. It's like, it's with that performance check I did for it, it's trying to tell you something.
What would I have to roll to play charades with a squirrel?
Insight.
Okay. Cool.
It matches. It's, you think as you're looking at it, and it's like, obviously it's like, it has some sort of understanding of common languages and stuff. It talks with Lyran. You don't know how old this squirrel is, all this sort of stuff, yeah. It's trying to act like something. It's trying to act like something which it would see as monstrous. Then it looks over to where the missing poison is. It looks over to the stain on the floor. And it looks back at you. And then...
Yeah. Stain on the floor. Cool.
Well,
I guess
Feminor was
the-
tiny.
Pardon?
Feminor was tiny. Alive is that big? Not really. What would the squirrel perceive to be monstrous?
I guess it's trying to be scary, so I don't, because like if we think about like the people that you might run into day to day, I imagine would be fine. However, if we're looking at the prophecy, it says, as I can't find the prophecy, it says something about many faces. Yeah, a many-faced man trouble brings. So I'm like, oh,
I have
what
a
if one of the
brain
faces is a monster?
Was there something about a many-faced god? Or am I dreaming of something else?
Are you thinking of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I think that's Game of Thrones. It might be D&D, but
It's a
no.
problem when you have too many fantasy worlds. You don't remember which one's which one. Okay.
I want to look to the shard of glass on the floor in the green stain.
Yeah.
Look back at Lewin,
Yeah.
and say, you've got a little spillage there.
Oh. He looks at it a bit confused for a moment, just sort of. His eyes focus in and out. Oh, yes, I must have spilled something. I don't remember.
I can help you
Cleaning
clean it
anything
up.
No, I don't remember doing that.
So allow me. Let me help you clean this up.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I literally
Does
whisper,
he?
pass it to me afterwards.
Does he seem to be like any kind of way about me touching this?
No, he's completely fine
Okay.
about it. He's just like,
Fine.
he does say to you, do be careful though, just in case, but I don't think any of the more dangerous things would react like that and stay there. It would have done a bit more damage to the floor.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch it and I'm going to cast Identify.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
about to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, go for it. It's ground peppermint oil.
Ground peppermint oil. Tea. Alright. Sorry, that's quite funny considering it's peppermint oil.
Yeah.
Right. Ground peppermint oil. Oh, it's ground peppermint oil.
He looks back up his shelf and says,
That's
"Oh,
cute.
I must have knocked it down, but it's quite close to the missing midnight tears."
Do you... okay, so... Do you know if ground peppermint oil can be used for anything, or, like, what's the purpose?
He goes behind the counter and a little bit of a side, and he pulls out it's kind of steaming. It's obviously a bit sort of lukewarm now, and he says, "My tea." And puts it
Your
down.
tea?
Yes,
Oh, well, I'm sorry for your loss.
I can get more. It's fine. I just need to know where the midnight tears is. That could do a lot of damage, especially if it goes wild. If any-
He has.
Oh, if anything has touched it, it's at risk. Could you find it for me?
Quick question. What would react with it to expose it?
It would basically be, I would say you would need alchemical supplies, and it would be a long and arduous. So you'd have to have, basically, if you started going through and doing 10-minute tests in every single patch, you would spend forever. But if you found an item and you needed to confirm it with alchemical supplies, you could.
Okay. Let me get then some more chemical supplies. I assume he sells some. Yes, he does. I'll get 2,
Okay.
just in case.
And just, try out your sheet.
Okay.
And cool.
Would it be too far-fetched if I take a piece of parchment and my ink and I have calligraphy. I'm good at that shit.
Yeah.
And I quickly scribble a rough outline of the people we met so far and show it to the squirrel
Yeah, so...
for recognition purposes.
Oh no, I can't do that.
I would say you're trained in it, right?
In calligraphy, yes.
Alright, roll a dexterity check at advantage.
Now you made me question myself, double checking that I'm trained, but I'm pretty sure I've trained myself.
No, you're not.
Because I was going to and I don't remember if that happened.
You've got cook's utensils, that's it.
Sorry?
You've got cook's utensils, that's it.
I'm sure I have both calligraphy supplies and I have a pen and parchment.
You have supplies, but you don't have the proficiency.
Then can I just do like a disadvantage at drawing?
You can do a single dexterity check.
Dexterity?
Yeah.
Can I give myself guidance?
Yes, you can. It'll be 15 to get a drawing that a squirrel could get a good understanding of.
Very quickly, who was it that wanted the oil of slipperiness?
That was Bill.
Bill, okay.
So you can just click on Bill and do the trade thing, request trade.
You should get that sent to you now.
Dexterity, you said, yeah?
Yes, just a regular dexterity check.
Righteous.
That's an ability check.
Yes.
Normal. No.
Okay, you draw a few images and the squirrel is just looking at them. And it seems to be pointing at most of them. Your drawings are very angular and sharp.
Is anyone good at drawing at all? Yeah, what about you? You seem like the creative type.
What did you say it was? It was sleight of hand. Cool.
I was going for a dexterity check, just like sort of let's see how precise you are.
I'll give you some
I mean, my
guidance.
best.
Where are you?
Quickly do guidance before they
I'm
roll.
trying to find where the character is. Where is the character?
It's underneath Syndra.
Oh, that's why I can't find it. Could you move Syndra for me? Thank you. Oh,
There we go.
there we go. Guidance. Yeah.
Okay, and now roll that dex check. So just go to where your dexterity stat is and click the words.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Okay, you start drawing up an image and stuff, and
And then that one as well.
yeah, you fucking destroy it. You draw something which is absolutely beautiful in recognition. Like you could almost think.
I
that
go
was-
overboard. Like you can start saying, Bill, that's enough. That's enough. I'm like, no,
It is.
no. It's got to be right.
It's a masterpiece.
It really is, and so you draw the picture of a lie, and the scroll just sort of looks at it and just sort of turns its head. You draw the picture of Alchrist, and it starts clawing at it and pretending to be the monster.
Right. I'll twist it is.
You does it on Bookworm, and it starts doing the same. Daryl, no response. Feminor, no response. Janusi, obviously no response. Kazrin, no. Yeah, and even Silver, no. The two Dragonborn, it started clawing at and pretending to be the monster.
Right.
Maybe it's scared of Dragonborn.
Yeah, I was gonna
Scared
say.
of Dragonborn, little dude.
I
What does that mean?
speak with the bookshop guy. The shop guy.
Yes?
Have you served any Dragonborns lately?
Not to my knowledge, no. I've...
Do I think he's lying?
Roll insight. You know, with 1D&D, they want to make guidance a once a day thing.
Ew.
Well, not great.
You look at him and yeah, no, he seems to be telling the truth.
Because it seems like your squirrel believes that they have been here.
It's probably best to talk to him then.
I'm afraid none of us can talk to a squirrel.
Well, he has a better memory than me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm picking up. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Right, cool. So I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on the squirrel.
That's no. I was just like going. Oh, I'll try and think of something if you can. I love this clever thinking, but yeah, no, that's pretty fucking good. Go
I
Detect.
thought that's what you were hinting at by saying it's a smart squirrel.
I'll give you. Where are you? Where are you?
Oh.
There you are.
I don't need guidance for it.
You don't.
No. So what I'm going to do is before I cast Detect Thoughts, I'm going to give the squirrel more mushrooms and like in my like most friendly voice just be like, just trust me, okay? And like feed it mushrooms.
Okay, roll animal handling.
You
Can I have
sure you
advantage
don't
because it
have
already
guidance?
likes me.
Oh yeah, roll advantage. But yeah, do you want guidance for this?
Oh, go on then.
We get target guidance.
Okay. Animal handling with advantage with guidance.
Woo! Hopefully
Take.
you don't miss.
Okay, yeah, he's pretty chill. You do detect thoughts. He won't resist.
Cool. And literally as deep into these squirrel thoughts as I can get.
Okay, so you're hearing, wow, I hope they can understand what I'm trying to say. It
Good
just,
Lord.
and it's sort of eating. It's just like, you know, you're going through some of the thoughts and stuff and just stuff. It's like, yeah, no, that, it wasn't, yeah, I hope they don't focus on the unfriendly girl, no, or the big clumsy dark-skinned elf. They need to know about the huge lizard skin that came in and made a mess. They need to know when my lovely friend went off with the big clumsy dark-skinned elf to get indigestion stuff, that lizard skin snuck in and made a mess. I hope they can understand that. Hopefully my acting has paid off. And these are the thoughts you hear.
Okay. I've still got some time. So I'm gonna like go back and like gesture for like big, little. Trying to determine which dragonborn it is. So be like, grow big, grow little.
It's like, I wonder what she's doing.
Oh no.
Lizard skins, the colours, they're all the same. I don't really know them. I hope she knows what I'm talking about.
To give more mushrooms, be like, you're so good. He's like actually sobbing now at how cute this squirrel is.
The squirrel's a bit concerned, and you just hear a thought of like, poor elf is sad, and then just cuddles a bit of your hand and stuff. She's sad. She's giving her mushrooms away, and cuddles you a bit more. I must thank her.
I just need to ask, what type of mushrooms are these?
It dies.
These are random. No. So these are random mushrooms that I would like to double check that when I got them, I double checked they are not magic, they are just eating mushrooms.
When did you get them?
Right.
It was when we were fighting the sea thing and we fell into a pit of mushrooms and there were lots of mushrooms and they were like, I've written down 2 days of rations worth.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I would have checked that they were like food safe, otherwise I wouldn't have called them rations.
Yeah, in the cave. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine, if I remember right, yeah.
That's a squirrel!
The squirrel's enjoying them. It's a very unique tree.
He's live, laugh, loving it. It's fine. So I'm gonna relay that information to everyone and say it was one of the 2 dragonborn that came in to make a mess. I don't know how to communicate with a squirrel to know which one it is, but those are the 2 that came in and made the mess, and presumably.
Well, if you remember, the older one was worried about her nephew.
Yeah.
So my bet's on the nephew, and that the older one suspects it.
But it narrows down our line of thinking. So it kind of ruins our theory of the 3 killers, because it's saying that the dark-skinned elf, Feminal, is not one for us to worry about, and then there was someone else they said not to worry about.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it was Feminor who was the unfriendly girl gnome.
Girl gnome, okay.
The big, clumsy, dark-skinned elf, they said that they were going off with their friend.
That was Ally, yes.
Yeah, so you assume that's Ally. Ally went off, and then when Ally and Lewin were away, the lizard skin came in and made a mess.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to the shop guy, Bernerin, and say, when Ally came in, was he in a rush to get you outside? Would he have known that you needed to go outside to get the fennel?
He just looks up and just thinks for a moment. And just says, it is... He said it was for his indigestion. He said he desperately needed it. It's definitely one of the more awkward herbs to get. He might have known.
Interesting. Have you known him to suffer from indigestion before?
No, not really. He must have eaten something which has set him off.
Oh, it's all coming together. Okay. I'm going to turn to the others and I'm going to say, I think we might have... I think I have an idea of what might have happened if we'd like to step outside. Thank you for all your help, Lewin, unless anyone else has got any other questions.
No more from me.
And I'm going to give the squirrel a little pat on the head. And
Okay, Fembris will walk out as well. He's like fascinated just watching this happening and just going, real life investigators. It's fascinating. The others coming out?
Yep.
Join us, Daisy. Join us, Syndra.
Sorry, my brain is a million miles away.
Yeah, don't worry, dude. Again, Kitty was like that yesterday as well. Sometimes people have that game where they're just like, I'm here, but I am on fumes. And sometimes people have that game where they're the star of the show. That's just how it goes.
Well, at the moment, these guys are doing stuff that I couldn't anyway, so...
But the information's there, and you can still use it out of game. And when you have your week break, there's a lot of things you can go over. Okay then, so you're all outside?
I think maybe, and this is a theory, that Alay might have come in knowing that it's just the timing seems suspicious. My theory is that Alay knew that the fennel was outside and used that as a ruse to get Lewin outside so that one of the Dragonborns may have been able to get inside to steal. So I think that we can't discount Alay from this, and that it might be a big setup. It might be a big work together.
It could be the whole, everyone that was in that room.
I'm interested in Alchrist because he is, his expertise is military strategy. So he might be the brains behind. And we know he got the poison, so...
I mean,
the other Dragonborn.
Thembris will just say, I can always take you to where Alchrist is. He should be, I think, what's the name of the library he likes to visit? It's the Rotunda. The Rotunda, yeah. I can take you over there.
What I'd like to do is, do we have the prophecy book with us?
You wouldn't have been able to take it out.
Okay,
But
so
I've memorized it by now.
Yeah.
okay, but so what I'd like to do essentially is I want to split off from the party, and I want to go sit with the prophecy book and just stare at it for like an hour, study it, and take a short rest while I do that.
Okay, so you go off and have a short rest.
So yeah.
What are the others doing? Are you going to go and see Alchrist? Or would you like to do something else?
I'd prefer to see Alchrist with Amber just because, well, good negotiation skills.
Well, I'm mainly doing it so that I can do my arcane recovery.
Yeah, I figured.
But my thought process is rather than like sitting and like chatting and eating and whatever, I'd study the book just to like double check over the prophecy. But yeah.
So I would say...
We can all sit and have a chat and all eat and a drink, little catch up. Don't think we've had lunch.
Okay, so...
I don't know. I don't mind.
No, that's fine. You go back to that... You go back to that library and you read through the prophecy. Everyone take a short rest.
Can I not take a short rest and make a quick trip to the library to speak to the librarian about the missing book?
It depends where you'd want to go. Like, the missing book was one that he had, so it wouldn't be a missing book from a library, it'd be a missing book from
No,
him.
but I would at least like to know what the book is about. What's, the librarians normally know this information.
Yeah, so the other... three of you do a short rest if you would like to. And then, yes, let's say you're doing loads of research, Daisy, and you're going around and you've got Thembris guiding you. I would say roll a investigation. You can either go for investigation or you can go for persuasion. Like, you're looking up the research or you're asking around.
Nope, not great. 12.
10 is enough to go. Alright, the Golden Ass is a book on this newfangled existentialist theory. It's very arty-farty, is what you hear from a lot of people. And they have a copy, but it hasn't been taken out.
Could I see it?
Yeah, you can check it out, and you briefly look through it, and it's a lot of talk of the Golden Ass is talk of the gold-plated ass, the idea that someone could be so pomp, have a throne, have a crown, have all the royalties in the world, and they could even plate their ass with gold, but they still shit from it. But yeah, that just seems to be the book. It doesn't seem that threatening. It doesn't seem like something someone would steal for the sake of it, of its great importance. But he had it, and it wasn't taken out the library.
Could I ask to have a look at the notes that were on the table about that book? And see if it mentions any names?
You can... Basically, you can meet Tadric on the way, and Tadric could probably just, like, go grab some for you and just say...
That's the idea.
Yeah, it's a bit of notes. It's sort of joking around it. It's sort of... There's a few sort of, like, mocking examples of some of his fellow readers.
Cool.
Like the cockiness of Tellus, the inability to deal with this realizer. Basically just like a shock that this person would struggle so much after giving that book. I would say roll a intelligence check in regards to that.
I'm thinking that whoever that book was about was the right person. Could have been.
Yeah, I mean, the book is just a general sort of theory and treatise, but he's just writing notes about it like he does with most books. Just try to... He's got a working brain. I'd say, yeah, just go for an intelligence check as you're reading it, because there is something about it. I'd say 15 for this one. Okay. Some of the notes, so you got him like sort of making references to other people and referencing to other sort of theories and stuff. And when he talks about Daryl and has notes on him, just like how could he, not get, how could he be the way they are and still read this, which sort of indicates that Daryl has read this book and he knows that he's read this book. Janusi knew that Daryl had read this book somehow. Okay, you all get back together after this.
Let them know the same.
Okay, and what do you do now? Boom. Vembris says, "Is it time to see Alchrist, or do you want to do something different?"
Do we want to see Alchrist or Bookworm?
We need to detect thoughts driveless, that's the thing.
My quick theory is that Bookworm, somebody told me that would be against resurrection, right? That would mean if Alchrist was the one who killed, say, Poison, then Bookworm could have protected her nephew by not letting, cutting out the heart and not letting them speak.
Yes, okay. I have an idea I could try and suggest to Bookworm, but it's risky.
If they agree, I can give them the serum of truth. The question is, will they agree?
Yeah, I'm thinking suggestion is very last.
Sorry, guys, are we taking that break? Because I really need to.
Oh no, feel free to go for they were doing a short rest. This is like in game. Feel free to take a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
And we'll give you an
Sorry.
update. Yeah, don't worry. If you're feeling rough, no worries.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Fembris will say, yes. If what you're saying is true, why did she get you guys to investigate this?
Well, it would be found out regardless, so she wouldn't gain anything by not telling us.
I mean, let me understand if I understand correctly this. So, if there's no successor, they have to vote. And doesn't the first reader have a veto right?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Hold on, I swear to God, I'm reading this.
Okay, I'd just like to very quickly fill in some gaps in my note because I feel like it's more and more important now. And I didn't think it was at the start. Okay, so I wrote down that conversation that we overheard, right? We had a man that said we must have a vote, a squeaky voice that said who has jealousy named predecessor, then an elderly voice and another voice. Those two I didn't get what they said.
Let me just go.
So this was right at the start.
Yes. I will just go over to there. Alright, so where are you? Yeah, that's the prophecy, that's the entrance, this is the talk. Okay, so you'd have heard, Eli would have said we have to have a vote. Feminor would have said we need to know who Genesi named successor.
Hold on, let me write down these names now that I know them. So Eli would have said we must have a vote. And then
Feminor said we must determine if Genesi named successor.
Okay.
Kazrin, the older lady, first we must find the murderer.
So that's older voice, not quite that elderly. We must find the murderer.
Tellus said, where is the gate warden with his report?
Where is... That was Tellus. Where is the gate warden with his report?
And then Alcris said, the gate warden needs to be dismissed with immediate effect. This happened on his watch.
Yeah.
And then Bookworm said, let's be calm ourselves.
So be calm was Bookworm. Cool.
And then Daryl said, where is Sylvia?
That's Daryl. Okay, and do we know who the gate warden is?
Yes, gate warden was Callan Strongbranch. He was the one who walked in and gave and said that he'd started his investigation and was dismissed.
So that's Callan. Who's Tellus?
Tellus was I'll get the image up for you guys. Tellus was this guy, the one who was scoffing at the whole idea of you guys being investigators.
Oh, interesting. So that's Callan. Oh, okay. So who is it that wants to summon the Eldritch being?
That was Callan. That's what the indication was. Bookworm's indication. You heard other people talking about it.
Well, I've been writing Tellus why
there we go,
like,
Callan here.
Everything for okay, so that's Callan. Okay, and then sorry. And then the old lady saying cleaning when she saw Tellus visit the keeper who never got on with Julie. Yeah? That's Tellus?
Oh yeah,
cool.
Tellus was So Tellus was the one who they never got on.
Okay, and then magic being. Okay. So Callan is a god who wants to potentially summon an Eldritch being.
Not Tellus, that was Callan.
That was Callan, yes. I crossed that out now. So that's Callan. And then Tellus is the one who was like, you're not investigators. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kellen's looking for stronger magic and going to be fired.
Yes.
Cool. Fab. I had all of them down for Tellus. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
He's dodgy as fuck. There's so much stuff about him.
I was like, oh my god. Okay, no, that makes no sense. Okay, then. I've forgotten what the original point was, but thanks for clearing that up.
No worries. Okay then. So, what is your guys' plan now?
The question is, who do we talk to first?
We were saying bookworm, weren't we?
Yeah.
Against resurrection. See if we can get them to drink the truth serum.
Okay, Fembris will say, I'll bring her to the shrine. Just be careful what you say. She is the one in power now. She should come in all cheery. We'll find out.
Oh, wait. So is bookworm like head keeper now?
Yeah, she's
First
the one.
reader.
Yeah, she's the one in charge now.
Bookworm's like active cheat, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Acting.
That's why she had the power to give you guys the investigator role and to dismiss the gate warden. But I will get you over to the near shrine.
As we'll get there, I'm giving an idea to Amber. I think we should mention that a bystander saw a dragonborn go into an pharmacy. Whatever.
Yes.
And that some poisons were missing, and see inside what the result's gonna be. We don't need to say how we got the information. It's just that the bystander saw a dragonborn.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Alright. After some time, Fembris comes over and says, she's here. And Bookworm walks over and just says, hello, everyone. How's the investigation going? She walks in with quite a lot of swagger.
Quite alright, quite okay.
Have you got any leads?
A few actually.
That's good. I'm hoping we can put this all under the table for now. There's still the annual game happening tomorrow, and still Deadwinter celebrations. It's an awful thing, but tradition is important.
Well, I wanted to ask you two things. First of all, have you heard at all about the 99th prophecy? And I'm trying to read the response.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just rolling.
Rely.
She sort of looks at you and goes, not really, no.
Should I roll it?
Yeah, go for it.
Inside or?
Yeah, inside.
I'm just gonna toss that.
Okay. Yeah, Felicity, you look at her and she doesn't seem to know. And Daisy, you look at her and she doesn't seem to know.
Wonderful. That's actually a good news. I'll tell you later why.
Okay.
And secondly, how do I put this? A bystander next to the pharmacy have spotted a dragonborn going inside the other day, and some of the poisons went missing. Would you know anything about that? I'm trying to keep my tone as cheerful as possible, like I do at work.
Yes, Felicity, you look and you can't really see, but Daisy with the 27, she stutters for a moment. And she just says, no, do you know what sorcerer's the bystander?
A person walking past the pharmacy, a good doer. I'm afraid I cannot tell you more, it's an investigation.
Ah, yes, that is understandable. That is...
Is it me or do you look a little flustered?
what are you implying?
That you might know something that you're not saying.
I do not like that accusation. And she just stares at you.
I stare back. No problem at all.
Just to recap, she said that she didn't know about the prophecy, but did she?
She didn't know.
about the prophecy.
No.
The thing
She
is, the
did.
prophecy,
She didn't.
My guess is it's going to be somebody who has either a religious or folklore or like knowledge type of background. So I don't think this is the person who, knows about the prophecy or strategizes about it that way.
Does your do any of the other readers, are they particularly into the prophecy? Do they
Yes.
put a lot of faith into it?
Ally, massively.
So,
And then, what's the name? Feminor, isn't it? Is in folklore and culture.
Yes.
Yes.
into the prophecy.
But
So,
for now, Ally seems like the best candidate.
so Ally and Seminole.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, the murder. It was, from what I saw, it was a brutal affair. I have no idea why you would even be talking about poisons. It seems like nothing.
Because, are you aware of something called midnight tears? Very deadly. If you touch it, you might die.
Her eyes widened slightly for a moment.
In recognition or in like fear and worry?
Fear and worry. With a 27, fear and worry.
Okay. How do I put it without sounding offensive?
She is looking you very, quite aggressively and just like...
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I see you're worried. I don't think it was you. But I think you might know somebody who did it.
Why would I?
Because your eyes are worried.
Why would I hire? Why would I bring up the expeditionary team? The expeditionary team that goes around flaunting itself, stealing treasures, making a fool of Candlekeep. Why would I put you in charge of this? And then suddenly, if I had anything to do with it, she definitely is stuttering a bit.
I think you might be worried about something bigger than you.
There's nothing. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we didn't know where you were that night. Maybe that was all a lie. Maybe Tadric had something to do with it. Maybe you're trying to take over Candlekeep.
Yep, just trying to find the truth.
We've had enough of this.
Is Syndra in the room?
Syndra's in the room, yeah. Just watching.
Could I whisper eventually to him if the dog can sense where the Dragonborn is gonna go? Because a guilty Dragonborn would go to her nephew.
You want the dog to
Basically,
follow?
I want somebody to tail the Dragonborn, and I'm not the best at it.
Okay, I will be rolling.
Unless somebody has any other tailing ideas.
Okay. And then I will roll. So I'll roll publicly for Doggo.
Huh.
No.
Yeah, no,
I couldn't see you.
but yeah, no, the dog is very overwhelmed by a lot of scent and stuff, and she goes off, and you can get some hints from Syndra talking with the magical nut that it had spooked her, and it didn't reveal anything.
Shall we try to get the nephew before the auntie gets to him?
Do you want to head to the nephew?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Bookworm is lying. Look like hiding.
This one, last time I did this was a bit of a, this went a bit weird, so.
Actually, even forgot to ask about resurrection.
Oh, we'll get there.
Completely forgot.
There's when you get in. It's very sort of fancy here. There's a big sort of dragon skeleton, lots of regal designs, and a Kenku, who seems to be the librarian here, just looks at you and goes, "What one?"
Sorry, could I just real quick comment on the just absolutely wacky nature of the fact that a dragonborn is just currently next to a next to a dragon, massive dragon skeleton. So,
I mean, he finds that stuff fascinating.
what? Just imagine you're just sitting there chilling, reading a book with like a human's, like real human skeleton, just chilling next to you. That's nice. Okay.
What? Look at! He just walks over to you, Felicity.
Hello. What a beautiful skeleton.
Yes. Admire,
We
don't
would
touch.
No, I don't. Well, I do want to touch, but I won't because you don't want me to. But we would like to speak to Orcrest, please.
Over there.
and Thank you. Yes.
Embers just notifies that he'll stay over here. Okay.
I would like to, as we're walking up, and well, I say that I want to wait until like everyone's caught up, but especially Daisy, because I know that Daisy's like hella insightful.
I'm giving you
What?
guidance anyway.
Oh, I'm not. Well, okay. So what I want to do is essentially, as we're walking up, message Outcrest to be like, we know what you did, and then watch for a reaction.
Ooh, you went proper.
He just sort of...
I'm running.
Pardon?
Let's just see, hey? I will do this privately.
I'm back, by the way.
Ayo! They're
So
just...
I need to roll insight? Question mark?
I don't think you need to roll insight. I'll bring Bill over. You don't need to roll insight because he literally just drops his book.
Oh!
He looks around and just says, "Oh, hello. I was a bit... I just had a theory. I'm currently..." He seems to be gasping a bit, but he just says, "I have been trying to work out a spell. Called Pestilence Cloud, an invention of my own. Based on old... toxic warfare. I just had a revelation. You're here for the investigation, yes?"
Yes. We are.
Okay. How can I help?
What are your thoughts on this so far?
I'll just get over to his stuff. Well, obviously it's awful. Obviously. My thoughts on this is that it's an absolute shame of security to let this happen. And I think it gladly makes sense that the expedition team is investigating this over Callan, who is obviously losing his mind.
So you think he did it?
It's a possibility. Honestly, it could be anyone, but it does make sense with him. He could be contacting dark, mysterious figures outside of the library. And he could be letting them infiltrate. What best than to cause chaos in leadership?
Are Dragonborns humanoid?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Okay, go for it. Knowing he will know in an hour, and he will know if you try.
Yeah. But I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, and I can't throw him very far, so...
I think you can throw him. You have 12 strength.
Yeah, and all of it's in my mental strength.
I'll give you another guidance.
That won't work with this.
No. Oh god, no, that's...
There we go. And then I'll click the saving throw for him.
Frick!
What are you doing?
It's a part of the investigation. You understand, it's... You know, as much as... some people don't tell the truth. We're getting inconsistent stories. It's just a part of the investigation, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
No. I'm going to see my aunt, I'm going to see security, and I'm going to talk about this farce.
Just before you go,
What?
we have a bystander who saw a lizard folk buying or getting poison from the pharmacy. Your aunt said she wasn't there.
Let me
I
just...
don't suppose it was you. And looking for reaction.
Okay, roll inside.
Guidance to myself.
Okay, you're looking up and down, and he doesn't seem to respond to it. He just keeps walking forward.
Strange. Mm.
And he leaves unless anyone stops him.
Oh, I'll cast suggestion. I'll follow him and cast suggestion.
Okay, cast that spell. I'll move you a bit closer so you're...
Yeah, I need to be within 30 feet, but I'm just going to follow and cast suggestion.
Yeah, as he's
And
there.
he doesn't get any, like, advantage on this, so...
Yeah.
Well, unless he does, but I don't
No.
think he does. Okay, well, that's my last second level spell slot, so...
Okay.
That's a fail.
What do you say?
I suggest you tell us who did it. I suggest you tell us who killed, for fucking, what's his name?
Janisi.
Yeah, I suggest you tell us who killed Janisi.
He turns around and says, "Me, of course."
Oh, T, okay.
Kofu will just look and just be like, "What?"
Fembris is in the room, right?
Fembris is in the room, yeah.
Okay. I point to him like, you heard this, yes? Because I'll need a witness.
Yeah, Fembris is just looking, just is a bit shocked, and then Chris just shakes his head and it's like, "What is this magic you're using on me? You're trying to put words in my mouth."
I'll ask why.
"I did not do anything. I am seeing my aunt, and we're gonna get this solved, and we're gonna get you thrown out."
Can I disguise self as him?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. And I'm going to say it's your word against your own. And can I roll intimidation with advantage?
Yeah, roll intimidation with advantage. I'm just gonna roll this right now.
With my -1.
Oh,
Should have asked for guidance. Oh well.
yeah, I'll just do what I did before, privately, against that.
Chris killed. Janisi confirmed.
Okay, he sort of starts shaking a bit from that. Kofu just goes, "That was suggestion."
It was. I don't think your aunt can save you now, Chris. So what we're going to do is give you some options here, and I'd suggest you consider them. You can tell us who helped you, and it will ease some of the heat on you. Or you can just say it was you, and it was you. We all know that. And the heat will be purely on you. It's up to you, but one of the options will be happening.
At least you could pretend your aunt.
Yeah, because she clearly is helping you.
I'm just going to point my finger and say, I still have that truth serum. Do the message thing.
He's trying to back off a bit.
Try and do message.
And he does, yeah. Oh, yes. You would hear the true serum. He's just saying, I.
I'm gonna cast message again and just more menacingly say, "We know what you did."
He's freezing up a bit. At this
Oh my
time,
god, this is not what I thought Felicity would be. Okay.
at this time, finally getting to come over here, she walks in and goes, What are you doing with my boy?
You're too late. He confessed.
Confess to what?
The murder.
He's just backing off a bit.
I go, Fembris. Could you care to answer?
Bookworm just looks at Fembris, and I'm going to roll this.
I know, because he intimidates easily, that's why.
But it's just not enough. She goes, What did you see, Fembris? And Fembris, she just goes, I'm sorry, but he admitted it. It's, everyone roll a perception.
Yeah.
Just watching him as he's backing up. Okay, Felicity would definitely see this. Okay, there we go. Oh no, Felicity wouldn't. But Daisy with her special eyes. Yeah.
Well, I didn't even need advantage for this.
No, yeah, Daisy. Clerics with their wisdom, hey? You notice as you're all looking at stuff and just like, Felicity's putting the pressure on. Felicity's gone from this sort of, I'm a bookworm to, you did it.
That's the look. She loves murder mysteries,
And this is just a passion.
and by she I mean me.
And Daisy, you notice that around the edges of his cloak, there is, around the edges of Alcris' cloak, there is a green stain.
Right. Right. I'll get ready to do a speech, like a proper, like in the murder mysteries, there's the detective walking up and down, and and going, right. It's what's the name? First read the bookworm. Let me tell you what I know. I know that your nephew has just confessed to murder. I know that on his sleeve right now he has peppermint, which was a vial broken while the midnight tears were stolen. Midnight tears are extremely toxic, as I told you before. If you touch them tonight at midnight, you'll die. Secondly, what we know that after the tome guy has died.
Keeper of the Tomes,
Keeper of the
Genesia.
Tomes, he was contacted, and that's why I couldn't contact him again to ask who actually did it. There's not that many people who can talk to the dead, and even less people who would want to conceal the truth. Did you conceal your nephew's crime?
Alcris will just say, No, it was all me. I did it.
Is he lying?
Roll
I'm
insight.
gonna look. Oh wait, roll insight first, and then I'll do my thing.
I'm very not trusting in this game.
Oh, fucking hell, these insights. Yeah, no, he wasn't the one who did it.
Sorry.
He's clearly
He
lying.
wasn't.
No, he's
Wait,
clearly
what?
lying about the casting Speak of the Dead.
Lying.
Yeah, Alcris. He said that I did it.
You
Um,
didn't.
I want to look to Bookworm and say, so you had nothing to do with this. It was just him.
Yeah, what's Bookworm doing?
She walks ahead, up to all of you.
Square up.
We will solve this issue.
Very quickly, where are we in the build? Like, where are we in relation to Candlekeep?
If we went to, let's
Good
say,
job.
yeah, Candlekeep, you're probably about, let me just think, probably about the north side of the main library section.
Can you send a message to any of the guards?
So I'm gonna.
Before she says it, she literally just says, just hold on. And she sort of like freezes for a moment, and she just says, my nephew was an idiot. He was annoyed that Janusi wasn't going to choose me. And he was annoyed that he was going to stop his research. When he told me what he did, I was angry. I did my best to protect him. If you please, the celebration is happening, and we have casket ball tomorrow, and we still have the vote. I agree that we should imprison him. We'll get these ceremonies out of the way, and then we'll deal with this, and I will stand down as well.
Unfortunately, that's not yet the end of it. So, did you cast Speak to the Dead?
I was the one who did it, yes.
Did you cut out the heart? To prevent the resurrection?
She sort of sighs a bit and just shakes her head and just goes, yes.
Is that true?
Main check those.
Yeah, roll insight.
The way you say it, it sounds like, unless we're protecting somebody else.
Felicity did well, and
Insight, yeah.
yeah. The investigator skill.
I love this skill because I have it good. I have plus.
Fuck. Yeah, you both look. She's sighing almost with relief.
So.
She's
yeah.
shaking a bit, yes.
Yes, okay.
It's like a weight is coming off her shoulder as she says it.
Did you use an axe?
Yes. It was late. I was in a panic. I tried to do everything I could. It's hard when you're here. I've respected the man, but... And she looks back at her nephew, and he's tearing up. And
Tearing up?
Yeah, tearing up.
I asked the nephew, quick question, are you tearing up because you're feeling sad or because you've touched the poison?
He just says to you, just like, I'm not stupid like that. I was careful when I touched Daryl's book.
Are you feeling sad?
Yes, I fucked up. And Bookworm just says, quiet.
Well, I have antitoxin if you have touched it, so
I'd
rather ask.
He sort of nods at you, but yeah, he doesn't need it. And Bookworm just says, like, he's so much like his father.
Sorry, quick question. This is for Bookworm. So you cast. So let me get this straight. Alchris, you killed Julisi because you were annoyed, and then Bookworm, you cast Speak to the Dead, and then you cut the heart. Did you also leave the book next to the corpse?
What book? Sorry, this is our game.
This is me trying to capture in a lie.
Oh, okay.
This is me trying to capture in a lie because so far we've fed her like yes or no questions and said,
Yeah,
did you do
that's
this?
fair.
Did you do this? So this is me catching her in a lie about is she just going to say yes?
Yeah, no, she just says, no.
Can I ask, Alchrist, what item did you put the poison in? Because there was residue in so many places.
And
I'd rather nobody else dies.
she just looks back at it with snaps and just goes, you weren't even careful with that. And Alchrist just goes, I'm sorry. I was very careful. It wouldn't go anywhere else. I put it on the book that Darrow gifted to Janusi. Janusi was supposed to start reading it.
The golden something.
Yes, that was the book.
Did you take it afterwards?
No,
Ah.
that would be stupid of me. Why would I take it to incriminate me?
It wasn't on the scene.
But you know where it is then?
I'd check with Aaron, out of character. Darryl.
Yeah. Oh, and Bookworm just says, we'll get this sorted. And if it means my nephew is exiled and our name is in the dirt, so be it. Honestly, I chose you lot because it's such a weight off my shoulders now. Oh God.
When you came in, did you see any elements of a fight? Magic fight?
There was the damage on the chair.
So that already happened before.
When I went there, I dispelled the magic on the door. I used silence, knock.
Did you open the safe?
No. No, I did not open the safe. And why would I open the safe?
Because it was open.
It might have been residue of me using it on the door, but I only used it on the door.
I don't think it was. And that's not a read of guilt on you, Bookworm. Thank you for your cooperation.
It's just... I regret this. I was acting stupid. And yes, like I said, I chose you because I thought you would have less of a chance, but I had no idea the expeditionary team was full of super detectives. I should have paid more attention to your exploits. Actually, it's probably best I didn't, or I wouldn't have been caught, and I would have been holding this for the rest of my life.
Do you know of anyone who may have been interested in either the book or a sapphire?
I don't know about the book or the sapphire. The only thing of interest that would be on him.
Oh yes, the chain.
Yes, and she just takes it out and shows. She opens up the lead locket and it reveals a key.
A lead locket?
It was put, and she puts it back down her shirt, and she just goes, technically and legally the only one who should be able to hold it is me in this current situation, but I will be passing it on to the next keeper. It is a secret, but it is a key to very dangerous magic, so I did not want to leave it on the body, just in case.
Who is the next keeper?
Whoever we vote for.
They
Well,
vote the day after.
whoever the others vote for.
If I'd say a phrase, a many-faced man to you, does it say anything? or anything about a metal hand.
Okay. So, it will mean a something. Not much, but something.
Something's better than nothing.
I just need to
I'm
find.
not joking. I feel like I'm at work.
Oh, you got off some. Oh God, brilliant. She will just say, many-faced, metal hand, Manchun,
What's that?
Manchun,
How do you spell that?
Manshon.
Yep, and now what the hell is that?
She just says, a dark wizard, but we do not, from the Zentarum, we do not touch or would never let someone like that here. She holds tighter on the key.
Where would I learn more about this mansion? Because I think you might be wrong.
Yeah. I would say, just in all, I would probably say there might be some works from him here. Seeing as it's a tome of war and conflict, he did have his hands in things like that.
Wait, war and conflict. Does the nephew know anything?
The nephew is looking at this and he's just sort of nodding his head. He goes, I swear. It's just this. At this time though, Bookworm just says, in any case, the procession, the public funeral for Genasi will be happening, and I shall be making sure my boy is there to apologize spiritually to him. And it is getting late. I will talk to you more about this after the procession. And then just give us the day. There's obviously something else as well. Can you do that for me? I'm sorry.
You love your nephew. Anyone would have done the same in trying to protect them. No one, while it is an actual crime, it's a tough situation to be in. I can't say I understand where you're coming from, because again, it is a crime, but the bitch steps forward and puts a hand on like the shoulder of Bookworm and is like, it sucks.
You're the good cop, I'll be the bad cop. I'll walk up to
I don't know if I don't think any amount of good is going to make me a good cop.
I'll go to Alchrist and say, I'm glad you've confessed, but just be aware, the way you chose to kill was a very cruel way.
He doesn't say anything, he just looks at you and looks down. And Bookworm looks over to him and just sort of sighs. He shall be punished. We'll go to the ceremony and think on things. I will actually Fembris. And Fembris just looks over and says, I'll go tell the Watchers. I'll go tell Tadric. Alchrist says, I'm not gonna run. And he leaves. go say.
You must understand, we can't really take your word of honor at this point.
He doesn't say anything. The Kenku just goes, drama! And sits down. Okay. And I think this is probably a good time to end it here. Next session, it will be the nighttime procession. And then the next day will begin.
So just quickly, just to mull over new theory. So love, pride, and greed. Love, bookworm.
I still think
Pride.
love is still Sylvia, whatever.
Because I was going to say love is bookworm and pride, because we know for a fact that pride is Allchrist. Because he doesn't fit into any of the others.
Greed could be Daryl, because he has a wealth book.
So I've said it's love is, like, I might be wrong, but I've said love is bookworm, pride is Allchrist, and then greed we're not sure, but my theory is it's whoever stole the sapphire in the books. We still don't know who that was.
And why just take one, not all?
But yeah, we've got like one out of, we know it was Allchrist and bookworm. Ayo.
Yeah, congratulations on that one. Fucking just, oh, brilliant. I loved it.
Also, whoever dies at midnight, touch the book.
Well, we'll see. We have the procession. Next week will be first thing. Then it'll be night. The next day will happen. Talk of a basketball tournament. And then we'll see what happens. Good luck for that. And thank you for joining.
Thank you.
I hope you had fun. And you can see why I was desperate to do this adventure. Because it's cool as fuck.
Hella cool.
And it's not even over yet. Alright. I'll see a bunch of you next week. We might have a Rita, most likely not, because she's going to go through a super stressful last train driver interview. Yeah, they're basically going to try and make her angry in the interview. It's so weird. But yes, thanks for joining, and I will see you guys next week.
Right, I'll see you next week, guys. Sorry about today.
Don't worry, we all have
No,
days.
I was the same as well. I've been tired all day.
No worries. As long as you enjoyed the story, and I'm hoping Amber and Rita will be posting the notes.
I
Yes,
have
please.
I will
1,
tomorrow.
2, 3, 4, 4.5 pages.
Hell
So yes.
But I'm going to get off. Good night, guys.
Night,
Bye.
dude. And see you, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, so I'll start ending off the stream now. Thanks for joining. I'm going to have to quickly delete this one so we don't spoil the other guys. But yeah, no. Thanks for joining. Yeah. They did fucking well, didn't they? Anyway, night.